but you don't have to post and tell people that you're in the trenches. Because if you have to post and talk about it,
exactly,
you're not from the trenches.
You're not actually in the trenches.
You're not from
It's
the
usually
trenches.
those ones that aren't from the trenches.
The ones that are from the trenches
You
are
have
the
to
ones that
say-
don't speak about it. The ones that are from the trenches are the ones that have experienced about it and tell you a story, or the ones that you can see it. You know what I mean? You can see they're from the trenches. You know what I mean? So that for me was hard. So when people tell me, hey, he's training hard, training is easy, man. That's easy compared to this.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The Lebbie podcast is the best podcast in the area, and you can't change my mind.
Now we're live. Welcome back to the Lebbie podcast. We actually took a week off. I can't believe we took a week off.
But that felt like 3 weeks. It felt more than 1 week.
That week off probably felt like the longest week of my life. I'm telling you, bro. It's like when a week without the podcast, it just feels empty.
A week without the Lebbie podcast.
A week without the Lebbie
Not
podcast.
the-
Best podcast in the area. That's a fact, by the way.
Certified.
Obviously, we're the only podcast in the area, but
Why do you have to mention it every week? If we're truly the best podcast,
because
in
I
the
have
area,
to remind them.
You don't have to
I have
mention
to
it.
remind them, who's in what place. This isn't TikTok rankings,
but-
bro. This is this is podcast rankings. This is area podcast rankings.
We're on top, 100%.
100%. What have you been up to?
Nothing much, man. Just training,
Yeah.
the usual.
Maybe that's why we didn't do a podcast last week, man. We've been flat out. Obviously you saw our vlog the other day, which we'll get into on this podcast. We have a very special guest coming up. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about something that happened to me on the weekend.
What happened?
Bro, have you, honestly, no one ever told me that being swooped by a magpie was as bad as what happened on Saturday.
Trust you to get swooped by a
Bro,
magpie.
I've never
It's
been
always
swooped
you.
by a magpie in my life, yeah? On Saturday, we're at Data's house. I'm like,
But
you know what?
that's like an everyday experience here, Australia.
It is,
like-
but not in the area. When do you ever see magpies in the area? I've never seen a magpie in the area.
I see pigeons.
No, you see pigeons, you
I
see
don't
crows,
see-
but where Data lives, it's far from the area. It's not in the area. So, as we're waiting for the food, I decided I'm going to go for a walk in the park. I go in the park. You know how the park is behind the house?
Yeah.
I go for the walk in the park, and I'm like daydreaming and stuff. I'm walking in this park. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm very adventurous.
Yeah.
And I'm walking across this park. All of a sudden, bro, I see this magpie.
Yeah.
And it's like a bit
But
far.
was there one or was there more
There was
than
one.
Was there a nest?
There was one. But I didn't see a nest. It was just walking. I'm like,
See, that's
oh,
a
it's a
mistake.
magpie. I
You
was
gotta-
like, all
you
right,
gotta
I'll walk.
scan. You gotta be alert.
No, I was like,
see
it's
a
just a
nest.
magpie. I've never been swooped by a magpie in my life. I'm like, all right, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm walking up to this magpie.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, another magpie comes.
There was a
Another
nest,
magpie comes.
100% then.
Apparently there was a nest, but I'm going to get to the point. So I'm
Yeah.
walking towards and I'm like, bro, I've seen so many videos of magpies swooping people, but I'm like, it's not going to happen to me. Like, who cares, bro? Do they see this like 6'2",
Because
on the
they saw
I was on the pump as well.
They saw that
I
it's
went
the
to the
Lebbie.
gym that
They
day.
They wanted to talk to you.
Bro, I was walking and then all of a sudden, bro, I swear, I don't know where they disappeared.
Yeah.
They just all left at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I kept walking. I'm like, all right, they probably just went. All of a sudden, bro, I feel this like, you know how you feel the flap of the wing?
Well, was it right on top
bro,
of you?
it was right on top of my head.
Was it on your head? Did it go on
It
your
was
head?
like right, it was like, there was two of them. And it was like right on top of my head. and I felt the flap.
I've never experienced
Bro,
that.
it was one of the scariest experiences because the problem is you run off, but they chase you. And they stay at the same level.
But you know what? They're brave.
They
'Cause,
are
like,
brave,
they're
they
much
are.
smaller
bro,
than you.
At one point, I was like,
That's
I was
that's some
sitting-
motivational shit, right?
Bro, at one point I
They're
was sitting there and I'm like, and they're like right on top of my head, and I actually threw a jab. I went like this. I tried punching him and stuff, and I'm like, bro, this is no way, no way. And I kept running. I ran for about 30, 40 meters. Bro.
Why is it so funny to picture you?
Bro, I'm sitting there jabbing. I thought I was Floyd
Fucking
Mayweather. I'm like, I'm
Canelo
pulling the
plant
shoulder roll and
is fucking-
everything. And then I was like, no, that's it, bro. I started running for my life. You know, like, bro, I was Usain Bolt. I was Usain Bolt. I ran for 30, 40 meters, 50 meters
hell.
until they pissed off. Then I decided to make an Instagram story about it because that's what you do. When you
That's
get
what
swooped by
you
a
do.
magpie.
That's why.
But anyway, talking of being adventurous, we have our guest here today that you probably would have seen him on our vlog recently. I'm going to do you an intro before you come on. He's so eager to come on. He's flexing and everything. So he's so eager. But let me do a bit of an intro. All right. You're our first guest back in a while, by the way. He will happily do Murphs any time of the day. He's been torturing us for the past month, literally. The David Goggins of the area. Ladies and gentlemen, the bearded athlete. Give him a clap. Give him a clap. How are you, cuz? How you been, all right? It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Like I haven't seen you for fucking every day for the past...
You just saw him the other
every day for the past 3 weeks. No, not even more.
Day.
How you been, bro?
Well, not
Thanks
bad,
for
man,
coming
yourself.
on, man.
Nah, it's pleasure, boys. Long overdue.
Yeah,
Honestly,
100%,
bro.
bro.
Can I just start? The first thing I wanted to talk about was what happened yesterday, okay? Not on the vlog. That's a bad start.
Hey,
That's a bad start. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, I want to talk about the first thing that happened. Like when I told you, I reminded him of the podcast. So we had this podcast planned for 7:30 tonight.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, the podcast is coming 7:30 tonight. What do you send me? I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm actually gonna bring it up.
It's okay.
And I'm gonna play it in front of everyone because I want them to hear it. The
It's
voice
okay, play the
message you
voice,
sent me.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, also, bro, don't forget 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Inshallah, we'll do the podcast at mine. I sent him my address. I told him don't tell anyone because I didn't want it to like expose my address. And then he doesn't send me a message. He sends me a voice message. And you know, you're like, fuck, all right,
You
now I
gotta
have
keep
to
it
open
spicy.
it. I was like, all right, let's hear this voice message.
All right, easy, man. I'm going away for the next few days. There won't be any reception. Some big real
Where's
stuff
he going,
issues,
bro?
So if I don't make it on time for the podcast, I'm just dead in the jungle.
I was like, what the? What's going on?
Just casually, I'm just.
I added the last part for like
Yeah.
emphasis, like to spice things up a bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, but bro, how spontaneous do you have to be? Like we saw you the day before. What made you just go, all right, I'm going in the woods with no reception for 2 days straight?
I'll tell you boys something.
How does that happen?
That's
it's,
like.
it's actually got a nice backstory to it. Yeah?
All right, go.
So, I have a friend, and
Yeah.
he's also adventurous, yeah.
Yeah.
And we found this hike where you start at Bandina, and you end up
Bandina,
in
yeah.
some train station really far away, and then to get back to where you started, even after like the whole 38-kilometer walk, you have
Yeah.
to take a ferry back from
Oh,
Cronulla. So
oof, bro.
basically
That's
end up
Abu
in,
adventurous.
you end up in Cronulla.
Yeah.
You end up in
Oh,
Cronulla.
you end up in
Wow.
Cronulla.
Yeah, you
All right.
take a train somewhere and it takes you to Cronulla, first stop,
Yeah.
and then from Cronulla you take a ferry to wherever you started.
All right.
So he goes, let's go on this hike. So I'm like, easy, sweet. So it was in the last lockdown,
Yeah.
so we could still leave and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we went to this, we went and did this hike, got all the gear we needed.
Yeah.
Us being Arabs, we took with us one bottle of 1.5 liter water,
One bottle.
one bottle.
just-
Hello, it was 2 days, 1 day, whatever.
It was altogether 3 days.
3 days.
3 days,
Oh,
2
wow,
nights it
man.
took us
Wow.
because
That
our
would have been
bags,
nice though.
That's crazy.
our bags were 20 kilos.
Yeah.
And because it was our first time, the people like the Germans and international people,
Yeah.
they were taking a small bag and they were smashing it out in a day. But our
Oh,
bags were just 20 kilos. We had this massive tent. We thought it was going to be
Wow.
a breeze. Yeah.
Adventures, bro.
So we end up at Watamala on the first
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
We camped there, and then we kept going, and then we end up at another spot, and that's the spot where there was, I don't know what it's called, but that's the spot where there was no reception. And
I've always wanted to do that, man.
and
No reception.
you without
Hey,
reception.
it was
I think the
beautiful.
last-
Bro, you
It
can't
was
handle it for an
beautiful,
hour.
Was it?
Yeah, because
Did you ever think like, what if I want to check like if any girls have DM'd me or something? Or like
the girls don't
girls
DM
have
me.
replied to me.
Come on, bro.
This guy, bro.
Now
this
you're
guy,
spinning.
bro.
Now
Oh
you're
my
No,
god.
talking shit. No.
All right, listen,
Now he's
listen,
being
bro.
humble.
No.
We saw. All right. Well, let's not bring up some,
Oh,
well, as they say, tea. What do they say, tea? Let's
Yeah,
not bring up the
tea.
tea.
Let's not bring up the
Let's
tea.
not
yeah?
spill the tea.
Okay.
But yeah, nah, bro, it's good. You know what? I've always wanted to be adventurous, right? But this is the problem with me. My friends, we takes us, for example, 3 weeks to plan something,
Yeah.
and when we actually do plan something, we end up at like some shisha spot in Western Sydney.
Yeah.
We never actually, like
same
we're,
shit,
we're always
yeah.
like, oh, we should do something adventurous, and we're like, all right, yeah, let's go to the spot.
Boys, but these things,
Adventurous.
most of the time when it happens, it's like last minute. Like, for example, when this
That's
one
the
That's,
best part,
that's
though.
the beauty
That's
of
the
it.
best part.
Yeah, that's the beauty
it's
of it.
just amazing, man.
Like,
you're sitting
bro,
there,
that's
no
crazy.
reception.
Yeah.
It got so dark because we went in winter. And it was freezing cold.
yeah,
When it was dark, like around 10 o'clock at night,
yeah.
if I moved away from the campfire and I held my hand right in front of my face, I can't see my hand.
Wow.
It's that black.
That dark.
There's no reception.
That's mad,
No
bro.
lights.
That's a vibe.
nothing.
It's a vibe,
That's
bro.
It's just a vibe if you're with someone, but if you're by yourself, then
If
Oh,
you
yeah,
buy yourself,
that's
it's game
scary.
over.
That's
It's not
some
really
scary
I've watched a
shit.
lot of movies, bro. Like people that go and they always like end up getting killed by some weird
some weird caveman
person
living in
that
the
hates
area.
the backpackers.
Yeah.
And hello, if it's the bearded athlete, he's not a random.
No one's really
backpacker.
gonna do.
No one's really gonna
if
do
you say
anything.
the bearded athlete.
You know, if you
Never
see him
know.
running towards you and being like, "Stay hard," you know, But, you wouldn't.
He'll
Wanna,
get the person to do push-ups, bro.
can I just
Stabs
say,
you once. Is that all? No.
bro? Honestly, but can I just say, it's so amazing to talk to you when we're not sweating our balls off,
Hey, yeah.
when we're not
That's
struggling
what you told
to
me
breathe.
the other day.
When we're not struggling to. I
Yeah.
said I'm going to say it on the podcast as well. We're not struggling to breathe.
Yeah, we haven't had a proper
Hey, but
conversation.
on the same note,
There's
on
a
the
fan
same
on.
note, yeah.
Halle, we're relaxed.
He told me. When was it? He told me.
When?
He told me. I think it was on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I think he comes up to me and he says, I want to just have a normal conversation with you.
Mid-session.
When I-
Wallah!
And then
I
he's
was like
when I'm not
mid-squat.
sweating.
Wallah, I'm sure.
And then as he's talking, his timer went off. I'm like, yeah, squat.
Yeah, squat. Yeah, squat.
No, it didn't mean to come off like that. It didn't mean to come off like that, but
Mid-session.
Can I just say, all right, it's the first time on a podcast, yeah?
yeah, first time.
First thing I just want to say, get a bit closer.
Oh, okay.
Because, bro, we need to see those arms, bro. We
Gets
need,
attachment
we need to
issues.
see those arms, all right?
Because I was
Are you a bit too scared? Because, like, you know,
because
after
you've
that body
become
shot
dangerous.
yesterday,
Yeah, the body shot got
after
me
or the
bad.
day before, can't remember. Like,
I didn't actually get down from the car and walk down to the spot we went to yesterday. They had to carry me.
well, because of the body shot.
Yeah, bro, I was bleeding. I was
Fuck,
pissing
how's your
blood.
ribs, bro?
Internal
Pissing
bleeding.
broken.
Far out. No, honestly, bro, like, in all seriousness, but we wanted to actually get you on for a while now. Like, this has been in the works because we've known each other for a while. I mean, not like in person.
Not in
Like,
person,
I've
yeah.
always followed your stuff.
Even
you
my
followed
friend
stuff.
knows Moses for a long time.
Bro,
Yeah, I
what's
know,
more-
mutual friends.
You
yeah.
remember? I don't know if you remember, but we went live together once.
Did we? When was
Yes,
this?
ages ago. This was probably last year.
Me and
We
you?
went live. I'm pretty sure we went live. And then, I don't know why, but I remember we went live, bro.
What did we talk about?
I can't remember. We talked about random stuff. We're just like,
Oh, wait. I think
do you
I
remember?
wa- I
And
think
then
I
you
watched that
asked
live,
me
yeah.
on that live,
Yeah.
you asked me about someone that goes to Musa's Jiu-Jitsu.
Omar Ali.
Omar Ali.
Yeah, yeah,
Omar Ali.
mutual
Omar
friends,
Ali,
yeah. I
Or
know,
whoever
mate,
it
he's
was.
a nice guy.
You asked
Top
about
bloke,
that guy,
top
and I'm
bloke.
like, oh, I don't know. And then I think because you were asleep, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we went live once. But I don't know, bro.
I don't remember.
It was a
man.
while ago. It was probably a year ago. It
Was it at night?
was probably at night.
Yeah, I don't know what happens at night with me sometimes.
Yeah, bro. You know, like
Just goes by.
working those long hours, coming home, you know.
Because I start eating some wheat bix in the kitchen.
Bro, 75 hard. All right, let
75
maybe.
hard.
You know what? No. Actually, I
hard.
don't want to start with 75 hard. I want to start with the beard.
Do you want to
Because-
start with the trip? No,
Actually, should we start with the name?
You always start with.
I always.
Where
this
did
is
you
my
come up with the
tradition. I
name?
always
It's
start
like-
with the name.
Oh, okay.
The Bearded Athlete, because I've never seen a name that describes someone so perfectly.
The bearded
Like
athlete.
me, I'm the Lebbie.
He's bearded
A
and he's
Lebbie
an
Aussie.
athlete.
Anyone's a Lebbie Aussie. We're all Lebbie Aussies here. But you're the
absolutely,
Bearded
yeah.
Athlete, which
Yeah.
like suits you so much. Like, what made you come up with that name? Like,
Well, it's like
how did that start?
I told Moses the other day. It's not gonna be some special story like my friend was dying. And killed.
Because that's what we wanted, bro. We got to spice it up. with the
No,
Lebbie.
it's actually quite simple, really. I was sitting down one day
Yeah.
and I didn't want to put my name on TikTok. My name, like I was just like, it's so typical.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so something.
Put
Everyone
your
would
name in
do.
4 numbers. I mean, that's very typical.
Like, it
Very
wasn't-
typical.
It wasn't good. And you know what I did?
Yeah.
Was I changed the name? I didn't change the username. So I was user
Oh.
246 something for. a
Oh,
long
you were one of the
time.
fake accounts.
So someone messaged me and they said to me, you wanna make a username?
Yeah.
So I sat there and I was like, what am I gonna do? At first I did 8 chooks.
Eight chooks.
No, what did I do first? I did
Eight chooks.
no,
Oh,
I did-
that's your name? Yeah, Eight chooks. Yeah,
Eight
sorry,
chooks,
I checked
yeah.
out Eight chooks.
And then I'm like, nah, it doesn't like.
Why
sound
don't you want
right.
to say your name? But look, I get some people.
Oh, I don't mind saying my name. My name's Ahmed, but
No, but like your full name.
Ahmed Shuruk.
Okay, then why isn't that? Oh, no.
No, it's just because it's like.
Why did you not
it's
want to put your
cliche.
name as your TikTok name?
Because it'd be so typical.
Yeah,
You reckon?
It's a bit
Oh,
cliche.
okay,
There's
all right.
nothing- there's nothing
I
to
thought
it.
you're one of those people who are like, oh, I don't want people to know my name.
Nah, people are
I'm like,
gonna
bro,
know.
who cares if
Well,
people
like,
know your name? Like, what
nah,
are they gonna
yeah.
do?
Nah, I don't care if people would know.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm
just-
saying.
It's just that thing of being different. Like I don't like to be like everyone else. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. All right. In that sense,
That-
yeah, I
yeah.
understand. Yeah, yeah.
So I just sat down, and I was thinking, and then I look in the mirror, like in my room, there's a mirror. I see the beard. I'm like, I like
Sees
I
the
like
gun.
push-ups.
That's actually fucking. That's
I'm
actually
like-
smart.
I like running. I like training like an athlete.
Yeah.
Bearded athlete. Bang. I just put
Bro,
it.
that's-
And- but
that's
it flows
amazing,
so
bro.
well. It flows so well.
Yeah, it does.
The
It's
That's
bearded
a-
athlete.
That's a crazy.
Like you told me,
story.
there's other people that are like the
trying to make
bearded
it
lawyer,
sound-
the bearded this, the bearded that, but nothing
Yeah.
flows like the bearded
Like
athlete.
the other ones just trick me out.
It
Like
doesn't
I saw
flow.
one, the bearded barber. That's all right. The
That's
bearded
not
barber,
bad.
That's not bad. That's all
It's
right.
not bad.
But like the bearded plumber, I've seen now. Someone sent me
bearded
the other day.
plumber?
People send
What
me
next? The bearded concreter? The bearded bricklayer?
The bearded Lebbie.
Hey, you know what? Well, we kind of need a new name. The bearded Lebbie?
Hey, copyright now.
No, the
Trademark.
The beard.
Trademark the
No,
beard.
bro, I can't think of anything.
I'll have a problem with Shakespeare soon.
Yeah, nah, bro. But look, listen. All right, so you got the bearded athlete. You got the name, okay? Let's start with the beard.
Yeah.
How does someone actually grow a beard like that without just being Lebo? Because I know a lot of it is being Arab. It's Arab
yeah,
genetics.
yeah.
But that's not Arab genetics, bro. That's some products, by the way. Shout out the
Hey, but
Grooming Lab
listen,
Co. What a plug.
Since
What a
we're
plug.
here, since you're here, I want to say something. Yeah?
Yeah.
I want to say something. Never once have I said that if you use a beard product, it's going to 100% give you a proper beard. Yeah, I never said that.
Right.
I said it will help you grow a proper beard. Why? Because listen, let's say I get acne right now, you get acne, Moses gets acne right now.
Yeah.
Moses is willing to do what it takes to get rid of his acne, right? So he
Yeah.
starts to find a skincare routine, correct?
Yeah.
You jump on a skincare routine, I jump on a skincare routine. He's consistent. 3 months later, his acne is gone, say, for example, yeah?
That's the hard part, staying consistent.
Staying consistent,
Exactly.
first of all, to see the results.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to see something, not nothing. You know what I mean? It's like people that work out in the gym, even if your genetics are absolutely horrendously bad.
There is people that are like, you say they're really skinny, right? You look at them, they're really skinny, but then you're like, how can this guy possibly get big?
And then they do put on
And then they
size.
do.
Why? Consistency with
Consistency,
the product.
that's what
you know
it
what I
is.
mean? So that's what people need to understand. Like, okay, I understand you're not Arab, or I understand that your dad hasn't got a beard, or, you know, your mum
Well,
or
it plays a
whatever,
big
but-
part, bro. If you're not Arab, like, for example, a Chinese person, an Asian person. You know, I'm not trying to generalize, don't cancel me. But Asians,
Yeah,
like, they
they're
never
very
have
hairless.
beards.
Yeah, they're very hairless.
You know, they never have beards. So, like, someone like that, you can't really say it's consistency. Like, how the fuck is
It's
someone...
not consistency, but you got to try before you speak.
I mean, true, but I've never seen a Chinese guy with a beard.
I've seen a Chinese
Have you
guy
got
with a
anything
beard.
Have you actually?
Yes, I've seen a Chinese
I've never
guy
seen
with
that
a
in my
beard.
life.
I've never
It's
seen it.
dangerous, man. It's dangerous.
Like a massive beard?
Not massive beard. They
I want to
I've
see
seen
this,
one.
bro.
I don't know why that'll
Cuz,
look.
haven't you watched Shaolin monks?
No?
They all got beards, bro.
I haven't seen
Oh, but they're the ones that, like,
That's a beard.
it's a
Oh,
beard.
the ones
Nah,
that,
it's a
like,
right. It's a
twirl
beard.
around, yeah.
It's
It's
the
a
one that
beard.
twirls around. You're right. No, but have you always had that beard? Like, or did you like...
No. It used to be very weird, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Like,
think I saw a
very-
video. Have you got like a progress video or something about your
I made one on the business's TikTok.
Yeah. I think I
the
saw that
grooming
one.
lab
Yeah,
coat.
I might have seen that.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. I was like 17. It was like all patchy. There was nothing here.
Yeah,
18,
and then,
same
bro,
thing.
how did it, like,
It
so you
just
use
is-
the derma roller? Because I thought the derma roller was a bit...
Derma roll is nice. It's true. But you
Really?
gotta. Here's the issue people make. Yeah. You gotta be careful with the size of the needling on the derma roller.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
that's-
a lot of people don't know
There's
that.
a lot of... There's a lot of...
Like, I've seen people that say, "Oh, I can get it off eBay for like $5."
Yeah.
But that's like a 10 millimeter or like a 0.2 millimeter. That's too big or too short.
Oh, right.
Like for you gotta use like ones.
I
that
didn't
made
know it
for
was
the
that
beard.
specific. Like,
It's very
Nah,
specific.
yeah, like the derma roller. I just thought, because if you look at it, you think, come on, bro, how the hell is that going to make you grow a beard?
Yeah,
If you look at the derma roller,
if
just
you look at it,
by the
yeah,
way
yeah.
it does, I'm like, oh, that's like, just...
you gotta
doing
try
this, yeah.
before you know.
But you got to try before you...
have you got anything
before you
for
buy it.
hairlines? Bring hairlines back.
Derma roller,
Man.
bro. Derma roller and black seed.
Oh,
bro.
really?
Thank me later. Yeah.
All right, then you
I have-
gotta-
I
you
might
gotta
have
jump
to-
on
I
I
might
that.
have to get on
I
it.
have someone that told me their hair was falling out, and they'd rub black seed oil into their hair and sleep every night. Wake up in the morning, wash it out,
Uh-huh.
and his hair just grew back.
So that works.
Yeah.
Well, there you
I
go.
might have to suss it
Let
out.
me just... there you go, my worry. Stop saying his hairline's receding.
Oh yeah, Mo worry, jump on it, man. ASAP. Maybe we can see him without a hat in a week.
Look,
for
he
once.
did.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's his hairline. I don't know. I
Maybe
mean,
it
I
is
have
his
seen
hairline.
Maybe. You can't. All right. All right. So we got that part. So you basically said using beard products and staying consistent
Yep.
gives you a beard like
Listen,
yourself.
anything you want to do in life, anything has to be consistency, right? You're not going to see results in anything unless you're consistent.
That's true. That's true.
So
It's all about
yeah.
consistency.
And same thing, consistency and trying. Like I understand, like some people they say, "Oh, bro, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars." You don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You spend once, it works. It works. It doesn't work.
That's
it.
right.
It is what it is. It's not for you. You know what I mean? But some people they just really want something, and that's understandable.
Hello. This is a bit off topic. Actually, it's same topic, but like I reckon I genuinely have a better beard than you.
Really?
What do you reckon? I reckon my beard will take your beard on.
I think you're dead wrong.
Bro, look at this. Look at this.
I reckon if you cleaned it and maintained it a bit, yeah, no, why not?
I reckon. At the moment it's better than yours.
Shit, bro, that's actually. Turn off the
I reckon you need
Fuck,
some.
people
Hey,
are probably watching
turn
this and be
turn
like,
off
"What
the
is this
camera
guy
for a second. I
on?"
want to give a body shot.
Oh, hey. We remember what happened the other day.
We went through this in the
Dog shot
vlog.
me.
We've been through this in the
We've
vlog already.
We've been through this before.
Gave me a little punch on the side.
All right. Last thing on the beard. Actually, we can talk about your beard for the whole podcast, right? Because I really love the beard, bro.
Thanks,
But like, probably last question on the beard. What would it take for you to shave the beard? Have you ever thought about it? Like,
I
after
get
this, man, like, I don't know.
DMs like from some boys on TikTok telling me 100k shave it off.
100K, bro.
Wow.
And you, come
Nah,
on.
100k followers. Shave
Oh,
it off.
all right. 100K
But-
followers. Okay.
Oh, like,
Like,
that's kind of as in like.
I mainly grew up because of a religious perspective.
Yeah.
That's the main religious perspective. Last lockdown, I don't know if you boys remember, I shaved it off. I was trying to.
Oh,
I think I remember.
I've seen you with
Yeah.
a trimmed one, but not shaved fully.
Yeah, I was trying to act
Did you
like a
fully
barber.
shave it?
Yeah, I was trying to line it up
No.
with a machine.
I've seen you. You line it up with the thing, with the
Yeah.
cutthroat.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Wow.
It
Hey,
looks
listen,
hard.
The first time I did it,
Yeah.
I didn't leave the house for a few days. You know why?
Why?
Because I sliced my cheeks from here and here. And I looked
Are you
like, I
serious?
looked like Heath Ledger, the Joker.
Oh, the Joker when he's
Yeah,
like
oi.
smiling.
Every time I smile, this cuts just go up. I'm like, far out, man.
so serious?
Bro, I reckon he's
You
the
should
best
have done a
joke.
cosplay, may as well. Like, you should just painted your face white. And
It wasn't 31st of October.
Oh, that's true. What's coming up?
Yeah, maybe it's time to
Maybe it's time to cut your face again.
But there's filters, that you can use like on the phone to see how you look without a beard.
There is, but that's not right.
Bro, it's so bad.
It's showing that I have
It's
a
so
double chin. I have a double
exactly,
chin.
bro.
I don't
Every
know.
Well,
single
it's not
time,
accurate, it's not accurate.
I think what that does is because your beard's long, it assumes that that's
Yeah,
your skin as well.
I don't think it's right. No way.
There's even the bald one. The bald one's a bit.
Bro, the
a
one
bit
that's
more
so
accurate,
bad
man.
is the one that makes you baldy and without a beard. If you want to lose confidence,
Yeah.
go use that filter.
I was it tonight and I'll send you a photo.
Honestly, please. And I want to
Expose
include it
me.
right now. This is the photo that he sent us. If you end up, I shouldn't have said that because now you won't send
He's
it.
just not gonna send it.
All right, so we've covered the beard. All right. Now the athlete part of it. The athlete part of it is probably the main part of this.
Okay.
So obviously, we've talked about the things we've been doing for like the past 3 podcasts, everything with you and Jaden, and like everything we've worked on so far. And man, let me tell you, this guy. When I say I haven't seen someone as dedicated to a single aspect of life, like exercise and sport and keeping fit, I've never seen like someone that shows the passion that you
Within
do.
our community, yeah.
Within our
I've never
community,
seen
of
that.
course. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, let's talk about
We're going to
this,
get to that. But firstly, let's talk about you yourself, bro. Where did you develop this sort of passion? Like, have you always been that person that's like, I want to do everything that fucking sucks and I want to do it like I love it? Because
Okay,
that's what it seems like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about this question. I thought
Yeah.
about this question because I knew I was going to get asked this question.
Bro,
Because
100%.
I get it asked a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very honest, very open about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
In regards to why I'm doing this, what you would call sucks, and I'd say I love,
Yeah.
is because I have goals in this area. Like for example, me right now, I'm training as a boxer. I do
Right.
wrestling. I'm going to start BJJ on the side as a thing, but I like boxing. I like getting in the ring and I like winning.
Yeah.
And if I want to do that, then I need to do what it takes. You know what I mean? I'm going to get in the ring to get hit. So if I'm going to get hit, I need to do shit that what sucks because no one likes getting hit, right?
That's
Okay.
right.
So that's why I'm training that hard. So that when I do get in the ring, when I am ready and I do get in the ring to fight, I'm ready.
You're conditioned.
I'm
Like,
conditioned. I'm ready for my sport. It's the same way as you going to your job. Maybe sometimes, like me, you don't want to go to work, right? But you're getting paid for it,
that's true.
right? I'm
Every
getting
day.
my payment is me winning.
That's a good way to look at it. That's
Okay.
a very good way to look at
That's how I'm seeing it. Your payment is you getting paid for going to work. Heaps of days we wake up, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go train. I don't want to go uni. But we go because we have to. We have goals in that area of what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And if we're not going to do that, we're not going to see what we want to see.
it. So do you actually genuinely enjoy the exercise?
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes.
Genuinely enjoy
There are some
Murphs. Do you enjoy
exercises-
Murphs?
Murphs, yes. I love Murphs.
Can you explain to him what Murphs is?
I think we showed him in our vlog, but you
Now,
can
explain to him in
you can
detail.
explain
like
what
every
Murphs
little
is.
thing.
All right, so Murphs is you. So Jaden's the Build Alpha coach. Shout out to Jaden.
Shout out Jaden.
Shout out
You meant to wear a 20 kilo vest, and you go for a 1 mile run, and then you do it was 100 pull-ups,
100 pull-ups, yeah.
and then you do 200 push-ups,
Yep.
and then 300 squats, and then you go for another 1 mile run.
With the 20
That
kilogram.
doesn't sound hard at all.
I didn't know about the 20 kilogram.
Bro, I can't even
vest.
do
Yeah,
it.
That's
like,
extra, isn't it?
that's like you're doing the beginner without the vest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I can't even do
20
one pull
kilo
up.
vest. That's a
100
lot.
pull ups.
they do the CrossFit pull-ups.
Yeah.
But if you do like normal pull-ups,
You get the fucking, what do they call them?
you get those regardless, my
Calluses,
friend.
whatever
But
And you're like sitting there.
That's one thing I want to get. I want to get good at.
what,
Pull-ups.
pull-ups?
Pull-ups.
That's
Yeah.
like my
Pull-ups
end
is
goal.
hard.
My end goal's been to like.
That's the one thing we struggle with when we're training with you guys.
Yeah.
Like every time you tell us pull-ups, I'm like, bro, I wish I can do
I
it.
Listen,
can't.
hey, I started with 1 pull-up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely
You
one.
start somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, you start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere in anything.
That's the thing.
100%.
man.
I
So
think
you basically, that's how you look at it. So you always look at it as if, all right, I'm gonna go train. I love training, and I'm
Listen,
gonna.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. Yeah, I was telling you about some boxers in the area and some wrestlers and some people in the area. They don't get recognition, and people think they don't exist, but they do exist. There are heaps of people in the area.
100%.
They may be training harder than me, and they maybe even love training more than me. Like for example, shout out to Ahmed, Abdullah Mata, Hani Rifehi. He's a wrestler. The other 2 are boxers. They train twice a day, regardless if it's 75 hard or not. and they just love it.
But no one sees this. This is all
But
behind
they're,
the
they're
scenes.
not the ones that get the recognition in our
Because they
community.
don't-
Sadly,
Sadly they don't get the recognition.
Sadly, because they don't act like
But they're not
clowns.
sitting there posting it. I used to not post it too, but I was like, you know what, man? You see all this stuff in the community, and people thinking, you know, it's all just a write-off. But there are people that are working.
100%, and it's a good thing that you post. I reckon. Like, it's not a thing like you're sitting there and like, oh, look at me, I'm fitter than all of you.
Yeah.
It's actually you posting it because you want to motivate some of these younger generations
Yeah.
who only look up to people.
can I say something on that note? Yeah, we've known Bearded Athlete for a
Yeah.
bit now, and
Ahmed, by the way.
Ahmed,
But
Bearded
maybe
Hey,
you
don't
like,
say my name,
you
don't
like
say
being
my
called the
name.
bearded athlete?
I just like being called.
He's the
Ahmed.
only
Yeah,
guy. He's the only guy I've seen with that physique that doesn't have his shirt on like half the time.
Shirt off.
Shirt off, sorry.
Yeah.
Shirt
I
off.
thought-
Yeah, well, that's. I'm like,
When
bro,
have I
this guy's-
taken my shirt off?
No, but you do see it. There's a lot of people. It's like they're allergic to shirts. Like they don't want to wear
Yeah,
shirts,
yeah.
even though they don't have the best of bodies. They got some sort of bodies, but you, like mashallah, you've built your body. You've worked on it for a while,
Yeah.
and you've done the hard yards. But you still don't show it off. You're still not there, like, oh, you know, posing on your Instagram and this and that.
I just like to keep it on, keep it humble. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
It's nice
and
and
that's
simple.
that's the beauty about it. That shows that you do it for yourself.
Yeah, I do it for myself, man. I just don't like to walk into a room or walk into like a ring and end up losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Just gotta push for that. That's how it is.
You feel
100%.
like let's touch a bit on the community, all right? So let's talk about the community. So you feel like there's a lot of people out there at the moment, especially in the community, that do a lot of this. They do a lot of talking,
Yeah.
but there's no actions, and there's a lot of like bridging up, threatening, swearing.
Well, let's take a step back from there.
Yeah.
Go one step back. I just see like mainly the youth. Yeah.
Mm.
All they see is that like, yeah, Australia's easy. Yeah, you can. I don't want people. I know I get this like hate or this comment, whatever it is, and I couldn't care less. But I know I get it because, and I see that people think that I'm telling them to go out there and work out the whole day, or you know, put your all your efforts into you just training and you just working, regardless if you got family or not. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you that it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly healthy for you to wake up every day, have a goal in anything, whatever it may be. Even if you want to be a food tester, whatever it is, having a goal and just working towards that, and having to cut off people from your life that are going to pull you back. There's
That's
nothing
true.
wrong with that. If you see something wrong with you cutting off people from your life that are going to be toxic and negative, then you need to go sort yourself out, because you know you've got a problem.
For sure, yeah,
You know what
for
I
sure.
mean? So it starts from there. People thinking that for them to take 2 steps forward, they've got to take 5 steps back. No, anything you do to go forward is good. Anything. You know what I mean? Because if you're telling yourself that, I don't know if I should cut them, if you're even thinking about cutting someone off or getting rid of someone, they already should be gone.
That's true. You're
That's a good
you're
point.
showing more so the concept behind that. You're not just saying literally go train like me and do moves and do like 3,000
don't be
burpees.
me, do you.
Do you?
Yeah.
But like have a goal, have
Exactly,
aspirations.
have a goal.
Don't just sit there mindlessly scrolling on TikTok and
Exactly.
vaping and doing this and that. There's a lot more to
So
life.
there's a lot of time wasters.
Like you
there's a
boys,
lot of
like you
time
boys,
wasting.
for example.
Yeah.
You made a podcast for the area.
Yeah,
There
like
isn't-
that's
that's not
literally-
around. You know what I mean? It's needed. There are things in the area that are
Be
not
unique.
needed.
That's
Yeah,
what
be
that's what I'm
unique,
saying. Be
you.
unique. Be your own person.
Exactly.
Be creative.
Exactly.
Do what you do best. Like you know, like for example, with you, what your thing is you like training. For example, you love
Look
being
at
fit.
Chebo making burgers.
Look at Chebo making burgers. That's
Look-
right. That's
look
right.
Where he is now. He
Look
just
at people
did
like
what
that
makes
in
him
the
happy.
community. Don't look at people that are just like,
Yeah, exactly.
as I said, all talk,
Exactly.
no action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people need to be challenged. Let's go back to the training, because the training always for someone that has never been challenged in their life. Imagine there's people that have never done a hard, intense workout ever in their life. Could you imagine that? Like
there are people that just
there are
carry
people
on,
like that
carry
that have
on
never
without.
never actually been challenged, never actually done 10 minutes on an air bike.
There are people like that. But
Exactly, which
these people don't need to do 10 minutes on an air bike then.
I mean, I think everyone needs to at least do it once in their life.
An air bike?
Yeah.
It's truly humbling.
Just to be challenged.
truly
Bro,
humbling.
it's truly humbling, bro.
It's truly humbling.
That air bike.
You had to mention that. You were waiting to mention the air bike
I
because
see it in my dreams. I see it in my nightmares. Every
you
single
know what
day.
to tell him to do.
Oh, the air bike
Hit
is
workout.
special. Air
Bro,
bike is
it's
special.
so special. And I'm telling you, I've never worked out as hard as I've done on the air bike.
You know, a funny story about the
Yeah.
the air bike. I was told by my coach at SFG once was that City Kickboxing and MMA for a period of time, they're winning all their matches
Yeah.
because they were the first ones to introduce air bikes into their training. It
Yeah.
just puts your cardio and your endurance.
Bro, it's
And
the
it's
freaking
just through
craziest
the roof.
conditioning ever.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Especially when you have to maintain a pace. It's just crazy. No
70
wonder.
cadence. And I'm like, no. That's the
Bro,
worst.
there was one
It's always
time-
when he says 70 cadence, and it's
I
like,
know. It's so hard to keep
probably
up.
some people don't know what we're talking about, but 70 cadence is like,
It's like the power output you gotta.
yeah,
generate
how
from
much you
there.
got to like push because
I'm getting better at it.
Yeah,
I got this guy wants to hit 80. He told me he can't.
Bro, this is what happened.
it's all about the breathing.
You
It's
want to
all about the breathing.
I was going good at it. I was like, you know what? I got the hang of it because there's that 40 seconds
Yeah.
where you have to just breathe in, breathe out, control your breathing. And then there's the 20 seconds where you just, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? This is good. This wasn't bad. This wasn't bad. This was pretty easy. He tells me, all right, now you got to go to 80 cadence. I'm like, what? I'm ready to go home. He's
He
like,
told
no.
me he can't do it.
I'm like, I can't do it. My legs were
actually
like,
told him he can't do it.
my legs physically, I felt they
He
couldn't
was
do it.
done. He was done. Yeah, and he kept telling me I can't do it. And I kept making. I think he did it like 4 times. He tried.
Yeah.
He did it 4 times, and every time he stopped, and he said,
And
I can't do
when
it.
I was looking, I
Wow.
couldn't do it. When I was actually looking at the cadence and looking at the time, I couldn't do it. And then he's like, close your eyes, just do it. And then I'm like, I was
See,
doing it.
there
I
you
was
go,
doing
there
it.
you
He
go.
went
And he's
to
like,
87.
He went to
up
87.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
went
to me,
up
look at it now. I'm like, oh shit. You know what? That's
Bro, we always say this. It's all mental.
100%. It's all
mental,
There's
yeah.
mental barriers. There's like, bro, when I first started, I always looked and I was like, bro, I can't do this. You're like, no, you have 2 more reps. And I'm like, I can't. You're like, you're going to stop now? You have 2 more reps. And I
Exactly.
push out those 2 reps, even if I'm like like, my arms are literally shaking. When I used to go to the gym, like no one told me you got to get to those reps. I used to just be like, all right, I'll do 7 reps. And then I might get to 7 and then that's it. I'm done. I'm like, holos, that's it. I've done 7. I never push it more. But then you and Jaden are the people that taught me that the ones that count the most are the ones where you're like barely pushing out the rep.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what I never got to in my life. That's what I'm saying. There's some people that have never been challenged.
You need to be challenged.
And I've never been challenged in that sense. And I've never been challenged up until this 6 weeks that we've been doing. And I've got to say, I've never felt
Listen,
in
how
better
do, you,
shape.
how do you feel good about yourself?
Alhamdulillah, bro. I'm telling you, I've never felt
Very good.
in better shape as I am
my
now.
posture and everything
But if I
about me.
asked you right now, yeah, as a person, how do you feel good about yourself? You feel like shit right now, yeah?
Yeah.
So say for example, let's go with whatever happens, like mostly. You have a breakup, yeah? How do you feel good about yourself when you feel like shit?
I don't know, you do things to take your mind off it.
You do things take your mind off it? What would you do?
I'd say the same thing. Like,
I'd say challenge yourself. Challenge yourself.
Right, okay.
Like, let me tell you something. What does a challenge do if you finish the challenge?
There's a reward.
There's a reward. What? The
Right.
feeling of accomplishment. Yeah.
Yeah.
The feeling that you just
That's what
did
it is.
something
That's what
that,
it is.
that's going to push you. Like you boys, when you finish this 6-week challenge, yeah, in 1 week, obviously you're going to see some difference in your body. But the mental difference
Oh,
is very
that's the main
significant.
part. Come on, bro.
no, you can take it mid podcast.
You can take it mid podcast if you want.
No, what the hell? I don't know who's calling me right now.
No, all good. Yeah.
Who's calling the beard
Ah,
athlete
it's for
right
training.
now?
It's for training.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Just don't call him when he's doing podcast. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So you were saying like if you ever experience hardship in your life, for example, a breakup,
Yeah.
you got to do something that challenges yourself
take
to
a
gain the
challenge.
reward.
Take a challenge. Jump on Google and find a challenge and just do it. Just do it. Don't
Doesn't have to
Like
be
going
like,
for a run or something.
like
Yeah.
doesn't
long
have to be
distance.
physical activity, or are you talking any challenge?
Physical activity is the best because it's nice and simple. You just
That's
got to
true.
go. Say, for example, a running challenge, yeah, where you have to
That's
run every
true.
day. You just go run, okay?
That's, you know what, bro? I've noticed that's a thing with a lot of guys. When they go through a breakup, they all of a sudden they turn into the biggest gym junkies.
Yeah, they do.
They turn into monsters. And I think that's what it is. I think they just go through the hardship and they wanna just like cancel out everything and just fucking go at the weights and just get all those gains.
It's simple because they don't have to clean behind them. They don't have to do anything. They just go lift the weight, go home. Nice and simple. And it's
Yeah.
a lot of, you can exert a lot. You can feel like shit, but then when you're done, you feel good. You feel
That pump.
accomplished.
You
Not
get
the
the
pump.
pump.
Not the pump. You feel
Pump.
accomplished. Don't worry about the pump. They
pump is
say
good
the
as
pump.
well.
They say the pump, but they're lying. They just feel accomplished.
I mean-
I finished the workout. I feel good.
That's true.
You know
That's
what
true.
I mean?
It's
Like-
yeah.
You never feel better than after you finish your workout. Because
Okay,
after
and
you
then you
finish
have a glow up. Then you have a glow up if you go through this phase.
Yeah,
And then when you finish the glow up, what happens? You say, I feel good about myself.
that's true.
This is
And then the
best I've
girl
ever
sees
felt.
your photos and she's like,
And then they come crawling back.
wow, they come crawling back.
That's when you change your name, but shout out to Vodafone. Nah.
No, but straight out, like that's what it is. Like a lot of it, you know what? I never thought about it that way. I thought these guys were just training just to look big so they can get their girlfriend jealous or the person that broke up with them jealous.
They're
But it's
training
more
to
so
get big 'cause they're
so they can
feeling-
genuinely feel.
They feel shit about
Accomplished.
themselves. They feel shit about themselves. They want to feel better. They want to look in the mirror and feel like they have worth, or they want to increase their worth, their value, because they feel like they've been made insignificant. Girl or guy, whatever. They feel they've been made insignificant, or their value has been lowered. So they're just going to find a way to add value, feel accomplished.
What do you think is going back to the community? What do you think is the solution? Like I know specifically with when we talked about this on the last podcast, but when TikTok came around, TikTok has its benefits.
Does.
Definitely has its benefits.
Does.
It's put
Heaps
people
of
like
benefits.
yourself, like me. It's given us sort of a platform to start with and then branch out into other platforms.
Yes.
But it's also had its bad side. And
Yeah.
and you see in the past, there's a lot of shit that goes on. There's a lot of things that have been said. And there's a lot of sort of disgusting sort of things that are being portrayed to the younger generation.
Yeah.
What do you think is the solution to all this?
Listen, the solution has to start with us, because right now, if we really think that there needs to be change in the community, then we are the ones that need to make the change.
100%.
Okay.
It changes. It
But-
starts with
100%.
ourselves.
But
yeah.
the issue is that no one does that in our community. Like, for example, I went down to where did I go? We ended up in Bondi after lockdowns for a walk.
Yeah.
We went to play pool at City Heroes.
Oh,
City.
yeah.
Played pool, and then we wanted to go for a walk. So we walked on the Bondi Beach. It was at night, and we ended up at the calisthenics spa area. And they've made like little concrete dumbbells. You know,
Oh, right.
They've made these like little gym equipment. It was actually like these pulleys. You know that tricep extension?
Yeah.
It's not one of those shit little.
No,
One
no,
of the
it's
ones
like,
that
it's
are just,
alright,
like,
it's
useless.
alright. No, they've made them like these
Wow.
out of like ropes and plates and
Oh, wow.
and
You're right.
sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
So me and my mate would just be like, yeah, you'll never see this in the area. You'll never see this in the
No,
area.
you won't. You won't.
no, you won't.
You won't. There's not a lot
Someone
of.
went out of their way, mate, a group of people, I believe, because there were some big slabs of concrete there on
Yeah,
metal poles. Someone went out of their way and they said, let's do 1, 2, 3, so that everyone can train, not just me. And
They're giving back. That's what
they're
it is.
giving
It's just
back
giving back to the community.
Exactly.
You need that.
Exactly.
You
And
need
like going back to that, there's a lot of people in our like Lebanese community. Let's call it the Lebanese community, even though I don't want to generalize. But the Lebanese community, there's not a lot of people that are fit, that are active.
Yeah.
And I think that could be a solution to a lot of problems, bro. Like if you're being active, you're like taking the time out of your day. You're actually being humbled, as we are in the gym every single day.
Yeah, like
with
I
you.
don't like to mention names. I don't like to mention names, yeah, but someone that I train with, he was telling me about, that whole TikTok fiasco thing going on now,
Yeah.
yeah? And he was telling me about how certain people are making like over, $1,000 a day in gifts.
Yeah,
And-
that's a fact.
and
That's a fact.
That tripped me out, and I was
But
like, I was like, who's donating $1,000?
Wallah, we
in
were
gifts?
talking about it on the podcast.
That's the issue.
Who the
That's where it
hell-
starts.
Imagine
That's
that
where the
was
issue starts.
imagine that was your kid wasting your hard-earned money.
No, it's not just a kid. It's clearly people that might have jobs. But do you honestly sit there and send that much money to someone when there's a kid dying of starvation in Yemen every 7 seconds? And you're sending money. Like, for example, yeah, this is the most hypocritical part. Some people saying that they'll donate the money to charity, okay? No, sorry, not the person saying they'll donate the money to charity. The people donating
are
the
donating
money
to the
the
person
person saying
that's
they'll
saying
give it to
that-
charity. When you can simply
Go
when you
straight
get
Donate
flyers,
straight to the charity.
you get flyers every week. You get
That's what I'm saying.
notifications, charities asking for money for the kids
There's
in Yemen,
countless donations
Palestine,
out there, bro. There's
Lebanon.
countless.
Nothing.
Bro, yeah, these people donated the way they're donating to these people, like when Palestine or when,
And then someone said,
Lebanon.
someone said
Or
to me,
Lebanon.
why don't you go on live and try and jump on these gift things? I'm like, look what they do for these gifts.
I don't want to take people's money. Like,
Bro,
I
it's-
would
Not
feel
taking people's money. There's like
but
something
without
people,
giving something in return.
yeah,
I'd
but
feel shit.
people are losing something called self-worth, self-pride. You know what I mean? Like I can't see myself sitting on a live and dancing and doing this and doing that. And,
What I likened
and
it
looking
to was like a
clown
zoo.
for,
Yeah.
for a couple
Like a
bucks.
clown, yeah.
That's what it is.
If you're worth just a couple bucks to get you to act like a goof on live, then I don't know where you're going in life.
100%. You gotta just at what point do you have to stop and just look at yourself? Like, what am I doing? Like,
I think TikTok, what happened was there was always these people in the community, but TikTok just gave them that platform to show it, not only behind closed doors.
Yeah, sure.
but to show it
TikTok's
in front
loving
of
this.
everyone.
Look, as a platform, TikTok loves this.
They love it, bro. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
they
saying.
do.
We were
They-
saying
they
that
get
they
a
done
cut
this
out of
ranking
everything.
thing because
Yeah.
of all this stuff that's going on.
for the area.
and
100%. I reckon.
just for the area, literally just.
I
for
reckon
the
that
area.
weekly ranking thing was just made for them.
Yeah, it was
Like,
probably. And
So-
they're just fighting over it and whatnot.
But you know what? All these people that sit there on live and talk all this shit, and I don't want to mention names, but they talk all this shit and they threaten people and they say, come down to this area. Let them do 10 minutes on the air bike.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Wallah, let them do moves.
Truly
5 minutes.
humbling.
5 minutes.
truly
Bro,
humbling.
imagine how humbled they would be. Would
Yeah,
they
they-
still be talking the way they talk?
Nah, bro. No one can talk after getting on the air bike. That's
All right,
for sure.
Hedi Soleh. I didn't want to mention his name.
Oh
We
yeah,
have
yeah,
to-
nah.
we have to bring it up.
We
We have
need
to
to
bring it
clear that up, yeah. Because I'll tell you something funny.
Alright.
Yeah, after I tapped him,
Oh, that
had-
video where you
yeah.
tapped him out, yeah?
I had people messaging me on Instagram saying, "Oh, you want to put it on kids? Roll me, fight me." And I'd go in his bio and some kid, and I'm like, man, you gotta be
User
joking.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I'm like, man, you gotta be joking. You're not the
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
account. But what happened there was, was sometimes when I have my late night meal, which is like wheat bix and fruit and something before I sleep, or my protein shake, I jump on live for a bit on TikTok and I just speak to the people, to like my followers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one day everyone's telling me Hedy's eating lollies.
Bro.
So I'm like,
you don't know nothing, bro.
hey, I'm like, because
Fucking Hedy, bro.
we've been training
He's got
these
spice.
two blokes.
We've
for-
actually been eating well.
Yeah, but we've been training, like basically, I'll tell you what it is, yeah? See how me and Jen are training you and Hedy and Sam and all that for free, yeah?
Yeah.
So when we give you the diet, we give you the
Yeah.
training,
Yeah.
we want to see some effort, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been 4 weeks and this guy's sitting on live eating lollies. Oi, and I'm like, come on, man. So I add him to the live and he's like to me,
Oh, and he's eating
Yeah,
lollies in front of me.
he's-
Far.
So I'm like to him, listen, I go, what's it going to take? He starts telling me how he tapped out Jaden. So I'm like, all right,
Oh
listen.
my
And he
God.
didn't.
Nah, he
I'm
never
like
did.
to him,
Nah.
I'm like to him, listen, if tomorrow I tap you out in under a minute, you have to stick to your diet. So he goes to me, but if you don't, I get to post it on TikTok. I'm like, all right, but if I do, I get to post it
I
on
get to
TikTok.
post it on TikTok.
He's like, all right,
Oh
deal.
my
So that's how it
God.
all started. And then, yeah.
That's why,
it was
because
history.
because we saw you guys rolling, and then you guys went into it. I've never seen you go that quick into like.
Oh, he just
the
went
way
into
started,
it.
Like they you know how they like tapped hands and they're
Yeah.
like, all right, let's start.
Bro, he just launched it.
Yeah, I had to have like
Straight
under a
into
minute.
it.
I couldn't.
I was like, fuck.
I didn't want to risk it. Imagine
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
supposed to be like,
under a minute. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
of course.
athlete
He just
couldn't
jumped
tap out
into
Hedy
it.
in
You know
under a
what, bro?
minute.
Your jiu-jitsu is like pretty good. Like for someone that I don't know how long you've done it.
Oh, we used to train a bit at Sydney Fight Gym with the guy
Like
named Scotty.
you rolled Musa, yeah.
Yeah.
And Musa is way more experienced than me, and he's done jiu-jitsu
I've
like,
done
for a
it,
while.
yeah.
And like, but the way he was telling me, when he rolled you, you're just very like
Explosive.
explosive.
Like I'd have you in a position, right? And the thing with me is I like to control people.
You
in that
like to
position.
control, but you like
Say I have
slip
you in
out.
mount, it'll be like 5 seconds and you just explode out of it.
Yeah.
And what I think is that those push-ups you do, they help
They
with
help.
that.
Nah,
That explosiveness
explosiveness
helps.
helps.
They do, they definitely do, yeah.
Like, bro, if
How do
I
you
wish
do
I
that?
could bring these push-ups up, but how do you do that? Like,
Bro.
how does someone go from not being? I mean, I don't know where you started, but like I'm barely doing
I struggle
normal
with
push-ups.
normal push-ups. Like,
And then going from that to actually being, I don't know if you can probably bring it up after this podcast.
yeah.
But show people the way he does these push-ups. He pushes up and then he like claps,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you do the ropes.
Yeah.
How does someone build to that point?
All right. Like we said in the beginning, yeah, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You got to start from zero. Like, even like Jackie Chan said in Karate Kid, you got to
Yeah.
start below level 0.
Below level
You know
zero,
what I mean? So,
which is
so
where
I
we start.
started off 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
That's where I started, 5 push-ups. From there, I worked up to 20, and then I just started mixing it up. So first, there's
It
variations.
gives me hope.
So there's like the push-up,
Yeah.
push-up where you just bring your hands off the ground,
Yeah.
not your legs, and then when you feel ready, you bring up the whole body.
Oh, so you just start off just the hands?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a gradual. You
Yes.
didn't just one day go like, oh, that's it. I know how to do it.
Nah, I didn't just one day do it and just start flying.
Yeah, bro. Because imagine that.
I'd land on my face. When I first did it the first few times, I once face planted it, split my lip, but it's part of the,
Bro.
testing process.
All right, so we've covered the athletics.
Bro, I'm looking at this video now, the Arab
How the hell
Spider-Man one he
probably
done.
bring it up? The one,
Crazy,
one with
bro.
the-
The Arab Spider-Man one. Like,
the Arab Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I thought it was Superman. Sa'abi li Superman, Sa'abi li
bro,
Spider-Man.
it's like,
Oh,
it's-
the push-up is called Superman.
Superman?
The push-up is called Superman.
What's
yeah.
Spider-Man?
That's
Nah,
the
but he
name
didn't
of
just
the
do
ca-
that
that's the
in that
bio.
video.
Oh, did he get
no, he didn't just
the
do that.
caption, the caption.
Oh, the caption.
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
there's a Spider-Man.
Nah, the
push-up.
caption.
Game over.
Oh, what's that? That's the beard kick?
No.
No,
It's
Just
definitely
so
not the
so-
beat kick.
Can you see that?
Yeah. Probably bring it
Bro,
up.
look
as
at
well.
that. Look at that shit. How do you do that?
That I've always wanted to do that.
The
That
kick up?
the kick up.
Yeah,
Because
kick up.
that is not easy. The kick up is
Crazy.
like that's the hard part. That's when you're like, you're on your back and all of a sudden you're on your feet.
I've always wanted to be able
I've
to
always
do
wanted to be able to do that. Can you do a backflip?
I don't know. Do you wanna
You've
try
never
right
tried?
now? Do you want to- I tried a
Can you
while
try
ago.
right now?
Um,
We need content.
yeah, we'll try after the podcast.
We'll try after the podcast.
Put him on the spot.
Just in case, because we want to get monetized for this. Blood and gore.
I tried once a while ago. It didn't work out.
All right, so I think the solution is we get all these people that are acting on live and screaming
And
and
just
stuff.
chuck them on an air bike.
Chuck them on an air bike.
100%.
10 minutes. All these people. I don't want to name them, but you know who they
I
are.
don't think they'll last 10 minutes on the air bike.
I don't think they'll
Fi-
last
bro, 5
20
minutes.
seconds, bro.
5 minutes, yeah.
Honestly, the
5
way
minutes.
they're looking, it can't be healthy for you, bro.
Nah,
The stuff that they're doing,
no way. Nah.
it can't be healthy for you.
Mentally and physically, it's not healthy. Like,
I'll tell
bro.
you something, yeah. Like, it's just going down the drain. But like people struggle to live life in moderation. Like eat Macca's, eat out, but also
Yeah, but every single
look after
day.
your body. You know,
Yeah,
your
for
body's
sure,
a temple.
for sure.
You gotta give it the right treatment. You gotta give it the right foods and all that. But people just neglect that.
But that's, you know what, I gotta say, the food is the hard part. For me, the food is the hard part. I don't know about you, but I like my food,
same. I
bro.
love my food.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
chicken burger, like fried chicken?
I haven't.
Bro, he's doing the 75.
75.
hard.
Hey, I'm-
75 hard. Oh my god.
I told Chebo
Yeah.
that when I finish this 75 hard,
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the fattest Chebo
Bro,
burger
I'm
I've
coming
ever
with
eaten
you.
in my
I'm
life.
coming with you.
We should all
Chebo
go.
mukbang.
We should all go.
We should all go.
and
Chebo
do a-
mukbang.
Just do a Chebo mukbang.
Oh, Chebo mukbang.
That'll be crazy.
Aye.
We'll bring the boys.
Abra said to me,
Yeah.
hey, Abra is, man, you know what's the hard thing about being friends with people like this?
Yeah.
Is when I open my phone and I see Chebo making a burger, no offense, Chebo, I just swipe out.
Me too. Oh,
Me
Wallah.
too. Me
Oi,
too.
I just
Chebo-
can't.
Bro, because what he does is he's like, let me make my own Zinger burger. Let me make my own Big Mac.
Portos.
Yeah.
And he makes it so much better because the Zinger
And
burger.
Abra, when he like grabs a cake or something, yeah, or like a waffle,
yeah, bro.
and like the
It's
sauce,
always the sweets
Oi,
that
and
just get me.
the sauce just gets stuck on the side of the ear.
Bro, I
and
love
then he
what
goes,
he's doing,
oh,
bro.
and then he goes,
Oh.
hey, that's what
It's
I
not
do.
the food that gets
That's what I
you.
just
And
swipe
when,
out.
when he
I'm
does
like,
this,
I'm
when he
done.
does this, he's like, guys, he's
Nah.
like shaking from how good it is. He's like, oh,
Oh, that's what I'm there. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
bro. Imagine spending a day with Abra, going reviewing places. And
He's like, that's what
being
he said
able
to me
eat.
when we finish 75 hard. It's like, that's what we're gonna do.
Bro,
Me and Jaden.
oh,
bro,
oh my god.
Just
Hey.
the dessert places. Oh my god.
I've been with him. I done a burger place with him, bro. The guy goes all out. He made us a burger. He went to this place. We both reviewed the same place. He
Oh,
made
no,
us
the
this
Abra
burger,
burger, yeah.
1 kilogram Abra burger.
It's massive.
It was like this big, bro. It was like a pizza.
See, Abra's a good person in the community.
He is
Like going
100%,
around to the-
100%, and he's doing good things. Obviously, he's putting all these people that, you know, maybe their business is not doing as well as they should, and maybe they're not getting the recognition they should, and he's putting these people on the platform. No one's doing the things he's doing.
Like, for example, I was speaking to someone the other day. Like, they see it as a bit, like, we were speaking, and their point was, like, you know, how he charges, like, sometimes to do a food review.
Yeah.
But, like, that's just, like, if I'm going to go out of my time of the day
Of
to
course,
come
bro.
down,
In
then
the
that's
end of
just-
the day, it's his
that's
job.
something you got, exactly, that's your job.
It's his
That's
job.
something you got to be willing to do. Like, for example, me, yeah? Like, I'm not going to go down and train someone for free.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people say, yeah, if you really cared about fitness and whatnot, yeah, but I got bills to pay, my friend.
100%,
You know,
bro.
so I train twice a day. I got
There's a
uni,
difference. There's
I
a
got
difference.
work. I got a business.
Yeah.
You think I'm just gonna go out my way to train again with you for
Plus, look, the people you know should be the ones that actually tell you, no, I'm going to pay. Because there's a lot of people that say, oh, because you
Yeah,
know
that's
me, this
another
and
thing,
that.
yeah.
Give me a freebie. But then again, wouldn't you want to support the person just because you know them?
It's
and
weird, yeah.
pay?
It's weird because when it comes down to
People are all talk.
other things,
Wallah,
people are
people-
people are all talk.
People tell you do this and
The
do
same
that.
people that tell you, yeah.
Wallah, the same people that tell you, and we've seen it. Obviously, we've done stuff that have released
people
stuff.
people aren't even honest with themselves. How do you expect them to be honest with other people?
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Good point, yeah.
You can't.
They talk a lot. They're like, oh, yeah, do this and do that. They want to tell you how to run something,
Yeah.
but they're not even support you.
They won't even do their own thing.
They won't even do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, don't tell me how to run my thing and then not even support me, or you know, that's just
But
the
that's
whole
why it
thing.
goes back to doing things
You
for
know,
yourself.
you know another thing I dislike. I dislike that, and I dislike when you know you're in the process of like starting a business, and people try to like undermine the price to benefit them when you start up,
For
or
sure.
to like undermine your idea in a completely negative way, where they're basically trying to say like don't do it, even though it's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
they
this
can't do
business-
something themselves.
This business, it
By
was-
the way, shout out the Grooming Lab Co. We're probably going to do a few videos on this and show you how to
This
actually
is
get
my
a beard
beard
like that.
it's
If you want
my
to get a
beard
beard like
company.
that, this is Ahmed's beard company.
if you want to open one, and I'll tell you a bit about
Which one?
the-
This one?
Open the whole kit.
This is the beard oil.
Open the whole kit. There's like all that inside.
Let's get the
I'll
kit.
tell you something about this, for
show
example.
them the kit.
So this
Talk as I'm opening. it.
everyone's always asking me about bead products, yeah. So my friend messages me one day and he goes, "Why don't you start a bead business with real
With
products?"
a beard like that, bro. Obviously.
you know what I mean?
That's a good point, yeah.
With real products,
Yeah,
products
for
that,
sure.
that are good, that are natural and they're real. Like it's good.
Why not? Yeah.
So we get into it. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of research, sort of, you know, making a name for the business, making the right product, make sure it's all natural, none of that fake shit inside it.
Yeah.
And then you got like those people that friends,
Wow.
yeah, they go,
Packaging.
but is it even gonna work? Or
ASMR.
oh, but is it? Are you gonna charge people that much money for a bead kit? Or it's not.
It's always that. It's never
Yeah.
like
It's not like I want to charge people.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
I need to make my money's worth, and
Yeah.
I need to give people a product that they can enjoy, a product that will work. And this is what we came up with.
100%.
Oh, yeah,
What's
try
this?
That. That's a bead comb. A bead brush, sorry. Bead combs.
Oh wow, man! I already
Yeah.
feel it like it's combing.
Yeah, it is.
That's actually hectic. This is like because you always get these bead combs that are like they're not like that. They're usually just
Bead
like,
wash.
Bead wash.
So this one you just comb it,
Yeah, once a day.
and I'm
Once a day.
genuinely feeling like my bead's
Bead
getting
wash.
combed.
You know what's funny? When I post a video on TikTok,
That's mad.
sometimes you get some girls that comment saying, "Why did I watch all of this?"
Yeah.
And I've had some like
because
some,
it's satisfying.
I've had some lads hook it up and they be like, maybe you should get one for your beard or you should try growing your beard.
they're the ones.
It does, eh?
That's the bead balm.
Yeah.
So what does this do? That just like
Just conditions your beard, keeps it nice.
guys.
and
There's
soft.
so much. If you want to have a
I
beard
might have
like
to
that,
suss this out, bro.
Very, very nice.
honestly, I don't do a lot of stuff for my beard. I think I should though.
But there's
I
a
should,
there's a
because
good
I gotta-
amount of stuff in you,
Make
man.
it alive, you know what I mean?
I gotta make it alive. I don't really do much stuff.
There's
it
a
healthy.
good amount of stuff in you, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's a
stuff
kit.
in here, man. So what's this? This is just the kit. Oh wow.
Yeah,
There's
there's a
this as
kit,
well.
there's a cutthroat razor.
I
there's a-
seriously do not know how to use this for the life of me. I'll probably do what you did, then turn into the Joker. Oh, there's the scissors, snippers. as
Yep,
well.
the snippers, everything
What's
you
this?
need.
Beard wash?
Bead wash.
Can I spray some?
Yes.
Oh.
Spray you.
Oh, I thought it's spray.
The odor isn't too strong because
Oh,
it's
that
not-
smells so good.
And that just rub it and then rub it
Yeah.
in.
Make sure you wash your beard after that.
Wash it after the podcast.
Puts shampoo in his beard and just kicks it.
Oh shit! Sorry, we can put some water. We can put some. Nah, bro, but this is honestly, this is another.
That's
thing
good, man.
for
You got to
cooking.
get your hands on
Like,
those.
Guys, you got to get your hands on this. This is the.
This
the
one's for
grooming-
you, and Moses, this one's for you.
Oh,
shouldn't have,
thanks,
bro.
bro.
Got us a present.
6-week training. I want to see you guys using this every day consistently. We're doing Murphs
See-
What?
on the air bike, 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
no.
No, but honestly, man, like
80
the things. What? Like, so you guys done. So we've talked about this before, but they done the 6-week program for me, Moses, Hedy, and Sam, and 4 of us are like average guys. We don't really have the biggest fitness backgrounds, obviously, and you chose us because you wanted to try it on different body types.
So 2 reasons we chose you boys. First reason we want to try it on different body types. Second reason we want to try it on someone who's never taken any substances before, like obviously steroids and stuff
mean-
like that. Huh? And also another thing is that someone who's actually not been training in lockdown.
Yeah,
Like I know everyone is saying, "Oh, I want the gyms to open," but you're a little liar. You're
They
at
all
your mate's
talk, bro.
place
They all
in the
talk.
garage training. Oh, come on.
100%.
they all talk.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so you chose us, and then seeing us, say the truth, but say the truth.
Yeah.
You didn't know us personally on a very personal level before we started this.
Yeah.
And then when we started this, you saw us in the most vulnerable of positions,
Yes.
in the most desperate of times,
Yeah.
begging
Yeah.
for mercy.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, and I gotta say, the passion, bro, I respect it.
Oh,
I
I
respect
thought you were
it.
gonna say something else. I was waiting for it.
No.
Yeah.
I
Do
was
you, do
getting
you
there.
think what I was thinking?
It was getting there, but the passion was there, bro. Like someone that you're someone that's no bullshit, because there's a lot of influencers, there's a lot of fitness influencers out there that are like, yeah, guys, go do
There's
a
a lot of
squat,
bullshit out
then
there.
go have a freaking orange juice.
Yeah.
But you're like, no, are you a little bitch? Are you a little bitch? No, you're not. You even tell us to go home. He's like, so
wanna go
many
home?
times where he's like, you want to go home?
Yeah, man. Like,
wanna go
seriously,
home?
if you're gonna,
You're being
if you want to
legit
come
as well.
train, if you want to see results, it's like what I always tell you in training: either do the work or just go home. I always ask Hedy. I just go to him when he starts giving me like 50%, 60%, 70%. Ask him, do you want to go home? If he
Bro, there's
says yes,
so many times where I've just so like,
What if we just train
But I
here?
never said yes.
We'll just
Why?
train
Because
here.
of my pride.
because of your pride.
Because
yeah.
of the pride, and
Because
you
of
know
the
that, you know that, and he knows he's smart. He knows he does
He
it
knows,
because he
yeah.
knows we're not gonna say you're not the one that made me go home, so I'm staying here.
Exactly. I also want you boys to push. I want you boys. See, every time you've told yourself, "No, I'm staying," is every time you go to do something you like, and every
That's
time
true.
you start.
Like that time, remember when when I got angry, and then you're like, "All right, you're gonna go on the air bike," and I'm like, and then you're like 10 rounds, you're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
20
yeah.
rounds, and
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
we'll do
bro,
20
I was-
rounds.
I was
And
gonna
then you
slap
do 20
this
rounds.
guy,
In
bro.
my head, I knew there was no way I'm doing 20 rounds,
But you're willing to go with it.
but I was willing because I was like,
Because you just get used to it at some
I don't
point, you
know.
just don't-
I gotta say, I was fired up there.
Yeah.
I never had that before.
I'll
That
tell
was
you- I'll tell you
out of
something.
nowhere. I got
If
fired
you want
up.
to speak about mentality,
Yeah,
I'll tell
that was
you, I'll tell you
mentality,
something.
bro.
Yeah. So when I used to train at SFG, there used to be me, Taha Ahmed, and Omar Siddiqui.
Yeah.
All right. And there's some other boys, but we were like the main group there for like a while training together
Yeah.
because we developed a friendship. And our coach Shady Shabib, he used to make us go into like a squat hold, okay?
Right.
And he would count down from the time, and in the last, say for example, 10 seconds, he'd go 10, 9, 9, 9,
Oh my
6,
god.
yeah.
You do that as well.
When he does
Six.
You
that,
know how much that boots me?
1, and then he goes 5, 4, 3, 2, and then he just stops. Okay. Now the first time I went there, I wasn't expecting that. So when he said 2, I just said in my head 1. And I dropped, and a few other people dropped, but a lot of people stayed in their position.
Yeah.
So I knew he's playing these mind games.
Oh.
So he stayed like that for the next 6 months in training. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stayed like that, and then me and Taha Omar, we got close. We decided to have a training session before the gym once. We go down to the park. Training session's finished. We decide to go into a squat hold for 1 minute.
Fuck.
We go into the
10,
squat hold.
9.
1 minute finishes.
Yeah.
The buzz timer rang. Yeah. Now in my head, before the timer rang, I'm like, I'll get up after they get up.
So you never planned that. You just in your
I
head.
never planned that. Okay. I was like, I'll get up
Oh.
after Taha and
Just
Omar
in
gets
the
up.
That's the
moment-
mentality.
In the moment
Yeah.
decision.
That's the mentality.
So because I want to win. I want to win. In any athlete, in any sport, that's their mentality. I got to win. So timer goes off, and at the exact time it went off, we all looked up and we started looking at each other.
Far out. And
Right.
you were all in the squat still.
No one wanted to get up. So they thought the same thing. Omar thought, I'm not getting up till Ahmed and Taha get up. And Taha thought,
Far
I'm not getting
out.
up till
So
he
now you
gets
had a
up.
stalemate. It's just
So then we
like,
had a stalemate, yeah?
Shit.
And we were running late to training, yeah?
Yeah.
And we
But you're
just
still
sat-
there.
We just sat in the squat hold. We just looked at each other. We looked at each other.
Who's
We
gonna
looked at each other.
fuck?
I don't know. I didn't have a time. I'm not gonna say, we sat there for 5 minutes. But we sat there for a while and we just looked at each other. And then Omar goes, who's getting up first?
And you were still there.
And we're still there, yeah?
Fuck, bro.
Wow.
And then just looked at Taha, looked at each other, and we were like, yeah, boys, this is how it should be. Let's go to training. And then I got up like, let's go.
That's a fucking.
That's the mentality you gotta have.
But
That's the
see
mentality
where
you
it
gotta
starts from? It starts from having, a good coach that's going to push you, not just in the physical aspect,
Mm.
but in the mental aspect as well.
Mm.
And it's just
lot of
translated
it is mental, bro.
into many things. You know what I mean? Like when I went with Hani the wrestler,
Mm.
Hani Rafay, he's like I think 3-time state champion, or
Yeah,
he's got
wow.
a few accomplishments in the area right here in Auburn. 21.
Wow, what a machine.
First time that happened, he got up. He didn't know.
He didn't know that you
he
got to
didn't know
stay.
that. You got to stay. But then once he saw I stayed, he didn't say anything. The next time I went down to the park and restrictions, he hit me up. He's like, let's go down and train.
Yeah.
And we were training. And then I think we're doing burpees, yeah?
Yeah.
Went up to 10 and he went up to 15.
15.
Went up to 15 and then he just walked off. So I went up to 16 and I made sure I said 16.
Oh,
So the next
oh
set-
no. Then he's like
so the next
17.
set, he did 17. And he just went like that for the next 3
You
sets.
just kept one-upping each other.
Yeah, for the next 3 sets. So like went up to 18.
Wow.
But he
But
just,
that's just the mentality.
that's that
eh?
mentality. Like if he wants to do that to me, I'm going to beat him next time.
You know what? There's a lot of times when we're training, you always ask us questions. And I've always wondered this, but I've never, because I've been dying, I'd never ask you in the moment.
Yeah.
You always ask us like, what do we like? And we would say training.
Yeah.
What do we like? Training.
Because listen,
You reiterate stuff
have
a
you
lot.
guys watched the book How to Win Friends and Influence People?
No.
Did I tell you about Daniel Carnegie? The
I don't think
author?
you have.
No,
Okay,
not
so
yet.
this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, was the first book I read in the 75 Hard, yeah? And funny thing is everything he speaks in this book is common sense. Like if I come to speak to you, I should just smile, right?
Mm.
If I go to work, it's something I should enjoy and I should tell myself I enjoy this. Common sense, right?
Mm.
Okay. But for some reason, all of us, even myself, I'm reading this book. It's like, hey, I know these points, but I don't know them. You know what I mean? I don't do
You
them.
need it to be reiterated to you
Exactly.
constantly.
Exactly, and
Mm.
explained. You know what I
Explained
mean?
as well.
And a lot of these things I found in if you follow an Abrahamic religion, you'll find them in the Abrahamic religions. You know, like
Mm.
smile to people, be
Yeah.
polite, have manners. Anyway, so in this book, one of his points is that if you really want to enjoy what you're doing, if you really, really want to wake up every single day and you want to change your life, you need to tell yourself what you need to think.
Right.
So if you sit in the car, when you wake up in the morning, and say, I'm going to have a good day at work, and you just get ready for work, you keep telling yourself that, yeah? And then you get in the car, and as you're driving to work, you keep telling yourself, I'm going to have a good day at work. You're going to have a good day at work. You're going to enjoy work. Because you put it
Is
in your
that because you're
mind,
manifesting it, or it's because you're like...
you're manifesting it, and you're also telling your mind what it needs to think. Today's a good day. You know what I mean?
You know
It's
what? We
like
tend
this-
to forget that a lot. You're
it's
right.
like
We
this,
tend to
people
forget that
right
a
now
lot,
will be
man.
watching and be like, nah, it's bullshit, bro. I'm a plumber. I don't like going and changing the
No,
drainage
but that's
in
the
the toilet.
mentality.
But listen to this, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like this right now, yeah? Someone comes along and tells you something. So, for example, right now, I'll tell you that the wall over there is blue,
Mm.
okay? Moses comes and explains it to you that the wall over there is pink.
Mm.
Now, because Moses has explained it to you and you like Moses,
I'd say it's pink.
you'd say it's pink, right?
Mm.
But it's blue. But why are you saying it's pink? Because Moses has given you the aspect of why it's pink. So now that you know the why, you're doing it, right?
Okay, okay.
If you keep telling your brain that today's going to be a good day, yeah,
it's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good
because-
day because you've told, you've explained it. It's going to be a good
Right.
day. I love my job.
And that's why you
That's
always
so
tell
true,
us,
yeah.
what do we like? Training.
Yeah.
And then after a while, it's like, yeah, man, I like training.
I like training. I like doing
training.
this. Like, boys, the first 2 weeks you came, no offense, man, you guys were horrendous, bro.
Yeah, like honestly,
100%.
you
Nah,
picked the
I'm not gonna
perfect thing,
deny it.
because we've
It
never
was like
trained
it
in
was
our
like I
lives.
was training zombies. This guy walks in like,
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah, coming in with
Bro,
that
Ahmed.
dead energy.
We couldn't even bench the bar. Like we were
Yeah.
barely benching
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar.
barely benching, pulling any weights, nothing.
To like now, 5 weeks in, like
Moses, your
obviously-
posture has improved
Oh,
so much.
and that's one of the main. That's one of the
yeah.
main things that came out of this. And
Yeah.
Jaden always says it. Like,
It's so important. Posture is like
Posture's a
very
big thing.
important because like you get
My
back
mum
pain
always
issues
tells
and
him off
stuff.
when she's watching. If she watches this,
Yeah.
she always tells him off for his posture because his posture's always like he's like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just a bad habit
never
where I
like-
just had it.
Now
just
it's
like-
much better, bro. You can see in
Yeah.
like his height, the way he sits, the way he
Yeah, yeah,
stands.
I
I
you know
actually
what
feel taller. I don't know why. I
mean?
just
because
I feel
because
taller.
your posture does affect your height.
It does. No,
Yes,
it does. Definitely
No.
does. You've done boxing, bro.
Yes,
I don't know if you want to get too much into boxing
I don't mind, man.
because I know you like we've covered the athlete part of it as well, but the boxing as well. Like you shy away from it. You don't really post much about your boxing. Like even I've noticed on your TikTok, on your
Yeah.
Instagram, and that you sort of keep that as like a. We know it's part of you and it's part of like what you do, but you haven't really shown it.
Listen, I did boxing when I was a kid. Not
Mm.
like not like as in I went to classes. I fought in any comps,
Yeah.
but I did do it here and there
Mm.
in like training and with the class and stuff like that.
So when you were really young, so like
Yeah, like around like maybe 12, 13, 14.
oh okay yeah, so
around that age, 12, 13 to 14.
Yeah.
And then I just stopped. And then my friend Omar Siddiqui, he told me come to SFG.
Right.
Sydney Fight Gym, it's a good gym if you want to get into boxing. But the coach there always spoke about doing it for yourself. If it's really for yourself, you don't need to post it anywhere. If you're
Right.
really doing something for your own benefit, to make you a better person, or you're trying to master a craft, you should be
Mm.
so focused on that craft, you shouldn't have time to post it. The only things
Okay.
you post are like you shadow boxing,
Mm.
or you maybe you skipping. These things that you do at the end of a workout.
Not your
halfway.
hardcore actual
Not your
workout. Because
hardcore
if you have
workout.
time to record it, then you're not working.
If you have
hard
time
enough.
to record it, it's not right, because
Mm.
you can't sit there and start working on a bag and being like, yeah, I'm gonna punch the bag, stop, record. Nah, it's not how it works,
Yeah,
man.
it's gotta be straight.
It's not how it works. Any sport you do, I don't think just boxing,
Mm.
but you can't just stop halfway through the workout and be like, hey, I'm gonna start recording.
Mm.
Unless you got a camera crew with you, like yeah, just how it is.
Yeah.
So for me, boxing is just a craft I really want to get good at. I really want to.
Do you want to like
what?
compete in it?
Yeah.
As well.
I wanna
So
compete.
you've still got plans.
Yeah, I still got plans to compete in boxing.
I mean, that's
Eventually, professionally, like
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Like for me, I see life as like some people make it seem like they're coming out the trenches.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean? I don't really
We
think.
make things seem
I
so
don't think
hard.
anyone knows what a trench is. I can tell you what the trenches is, but no one can tell you what the trenches is.
Mm.
Like as in like these people that say they're from trenches. I'll tell you what the trenches is. Yeah, when I was 14 years old, 15, around that age, I decided to start working. I'm not gonna say why, but I decided to start working, even though my family wasn't really okay with it, but it's something I had to do.
So you were
And-
still in school.
yeah, I was still in school.
Mm.
I would wake up at 10 o'clock at night. So, 2 hours,
Wake up at 10 o'clock.
one hour from now. So this is Sunday. So I wake up Sunday 10 p.m. I get dressed. I go down to Flemington Markets. I chuck a sleep in a family member's car till around 1 a.m. And then I would wake up. I would go down to this guy that let me work from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. I would work from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m., catch a train home. It's like a 1 hour trip because that person that took me down to the market can't come back. They don't finish till 9:30 and I got school. So I take a 1 hour trip to home, train ride. Get home, take a shower, change to my school uniform, straight to school. 1 hour trip back. Get to school. What's school's 9 to 3, yeah? School's 9 to 3.
Something like that, yeah.
9 to 3 school, finish school, go home, study till like 6, 7, 8, whatever it was. I could study till, so I just crashed.
So you just slept.
So I just crashed.
Because if
Not
you'd be
even
up all
slept.
night,
you
pretty
just
much.
Yeah.
you wouldn't have any energy.
How would
Very
you like
energy.
function at school if it was that long?
It was very hard. I did it for a year. My grades were probably the worst grades in school I received were in that year.
That particular
I didn't fail or anything, just not what I
what you
I
wanted to
normally
achieve.
got.
Yeah.
But it was the aspect of you not telling anyone, because you knew that if you told someone you could get in trouble for it, and it's something you had to do. People be like, oh, it's Australia, but you don't understand. Sometimes you have to do things. There are things you got to do. You know, like there are a lot of things I don't want to speak about because, you know, it's just not good because it's not a good image to talk about these things. But I want people to understand that you can't tell me that this isn't struggling. This is struggling. You know, having to go to school without sleep 3 times a week. And then on Saturday, I'd work from midnight till 4 p.m.
Wow.
It's like what, 14-hour shift, 15-hour shift, whatever it is. And then, you know, you do that. And then, you know, you just go to school and you can't talk about it. That's hard.
You have
That's
to
hard.
hide it from everyone.
That's not hiding it. You're just not speaking about it.
You don't want to. You don't
You're not
talk
speaking.
about
Oh
it.
yeah, bro. I grind. I hustle. No, you grind and you hustle. Okay, but you don't have to post and tell people that you're in the trenches. Because if you have to post and talk about it,
Exactly.
you're not
that's
from
what I
the
was gonna say.
trenches.
You're not actually in the.
You're not
trenches.
from
It's
the
usually
trenches.
those ones that aren't from the trenches.
The ones that are from the trenches
You
are
have
the
to
ones that
say-
don't speak about it. The ones that are from the trenches are the ones that have experienced about it and tell you a story, or the ones that you can see it. You know what I mean? You can see they're from the trenches. You know what I mean? So that for me was hard. So when people tell me, "Hey, is training hard?" Nah, training's easy, man. That's easy compared to this.
Now that I think about it, bro, Murphs isn't that hard after hearing what
It's
you
not,
had to
cuz
go
it
through.
was-
I want to go for a run at 1 a.m.
as
now.
a 14, 15-year-old man. Like, I look back when I was 14, 15, bro. Who am I kidding? I never worked. I
But
went
listen.
to school.
We all go through our own things because they're a lesson for us. Maybe if I didn't go through that and I started doing the training now, I'd just be an arrogant gronk, or I wouldn't even train.
That's
and
true.
I wouldn't have that drive to push that hard in training. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
I remember when I first started at Gallipoli gym, and I was working my way. I started powerlifting, and I was working my way up in weights. Yeah, I got to 100 kilo bench. Okay, for 1 rep, and the right side was coming up like this. So it was coming up at an angle, like similar to what happened with you, Moses, when you were benching. Yeah. And then this guy laughed, and 1 week later, like as the weeks went on, I was adding 1 rep. So if I could get 100 kilos this week, I'd add two reps next week, 3, 2. I got to 5 sets of 5. Now, when I was doing those 5 sets of 5, they were coming out awkward, yeah, because my body was still adjusting. I don't know. I was still new to training, still like trying to figure out. You know, I didn't have a PT or anything, and this guy was making fun of me. He was like to me, "Hey, because you should stop benching. You bench awkward. You got problems." Or
Instead of
stuff like
helping
that.
you, just
Instead of
sitting
helping
there
me,
making fun of
I didn't really care. Yeah, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to bench 140 by the end of this year, and it's going to be my 1 rep max, and this 100 kilos will come flying out like nothing. And I did that. But maybe if I didn't go through that to push me, you know, to, you know, like harden my mind and say, man, I got to do this. I really got to push for it. I wouldn't have gone through it. You know what I mean?
100%. You need that flame.
You need that flame.
That flame
yeah.
needs to come from
You need
somewhere.
that flame. Like
Wherever it comes from.
Not anyone can do a violent sport. You know what I mean? Like all the boys I know that do like MMA, boxing, they have violent, they have the past is
One bit.
Yeah,
There's things you can't
something-
train. There's things you can't train.
You can't train the mind. You can't train the mind. The mind is built from what happens in life. You know what I mean? You can't train it. Things just happen, and you're a product of the environment you grew up in.
Exactly. And one of the prime examples of that, I don't know if you like him or not, but Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has been through a lot.
Listen,
man.
I don't have a problem with Tyson Fury. I like Tyson Fury. It's just like when I speak to Jane, it's about like who I prefer as a fighter. But
Yeah.
Tyson Fury is another example.
He's been through the lot,
You
bro.
can't. He got up in that first fight with Deontay Wilder, not because he's a good boxer.
No.
That's got nothing to do
Because
with
of
boxing.
all the shit he went, like he was going to commit suicide at one
Exactly.
time. You know what I
If
mean?
he's
all
gone
he's got.
past that, he can surely go
If you
past.
can go through mental illness and
If you can go through that,
yeah,
you can't beat a man that's beaten life.
that exactly.
You can't beat a man that's beaten life.
That's beaten
You can't.
life.
That's a very good.
Or
point,
beaten
yeah.
his mind. Like so, basically, like the mind is one of the hardest things to
Yeah,
control
exactly.
because your mind can control you.
You can
basically.
be your own enemy sometimes. Your
Exactly.
mind-
Like the hardest thing to control is your mind. When your mind's telling you something and to say, "Nah, I'm not that."
Exactly.
I'm this.
And for you to compete with your mind, it's the highest level of competition you can get
100%.
to. Like I don't know his name from the NFL, but I think he's like 43 this year, 43, 44. He's won like 6 rings. I think
Tom
it's
Is that
Brady.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
How old is he? Who's left from when he started play? Cristiano. Let's talk about someone that everyone knows. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. Who's left from Ronaldo's era? So from Ronaldo's
That's
age group,
still-
that's still playing at the level he's playing.
No one. I
one.
can't name no one.
Why?
Because
can't
He's his own competition.
he's his own competition. Exactly.
Tom
bro.
Brady is his own competition.
Why would he still be there?
Who?
Ronaldo, unless he's his own competition.
He just
because
wants to
he
win.
wants to win
He
and get
wants
better
to win.
himself.
He can't stand the fact that there's someone like Messi is 3 years younger. He doesn't care that Messi is younger than him.
Hmm.
He just cares that there's a chance he could catch up. So he wants to go as far ahead as he can.
That's right.
Push himself so far ahead that if anyone wants to catch up, they have to put themselves through that same hell that he's put himself through.
100%.
Same thing with David Goggins. He wants to put himself
Same
so
thing.
far ahead, so far ahead that if you want to even get to
He
his
done
level.
like what 4,000 pull-ups
Yeah.
or something in one
Yeah,
day.
like
Like
one day,
it's
yeah.
mental. Just
Insane.
yourself, bro. Just yourself. You could cheat this 75 hard. No
Yeah.
one's looking at you.
No one's watching. I could,
no
yes.
one's watching. You could go and have whatever you want, a chocolate or whatever.
But I'd be lying to myself, and that's the
Be lying
worst
to
thing you can
yourself.
do.
That's what it is.
Lying to yourself.
You actually
Once you lie
started
to
again.
yourself
You actually
once,
started
yeah.
again. Like I was thinking in my head,
Oh,
like,
that
you
was-
didn't have to start again. You could
The
have
reading?
It was because
Yeah.
you missed
could
the
have just-
page, was it? Or
He missed the
forgot
page
to
of
read.
reading.
Yeah.
And he
That's-
started again.
that's
Like that
crazy.
shows
Like,
the
when you think
dedication.
about that, that's
I would have just been like, nah, no one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know, but you know, I'll tell you why I did
You
that.
wouldn't
Yeah?
feel.
You wouldn't. If I
Yeah,
sat in
yeah.
a group of people that did 75 hard and everyone spoke about how they did 75 hard, regardless if one of them was lying, I would know I was lying. That I did it.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? There's just that feeling of accomplishment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That feeling of accomplishment.
100%.
It's-
That's
good.
like a lot of it. That's what it is, bro. The mind, mental,
Mind, yeah.
mental.
Also, you gotta practice what you preach. You know,
Exactly.
You can't-
Man, if you want.
you can't sit there and say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You don't do it. I'll give you an example. Yeah, that book, How to Win Friends, Influence People. See
Yeah.
the author Daniel Carnegie.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe he committed suicide, and he's regarded as the messiah of human relations
Right.
and a father for building friends. His book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. How does a man that speaks about influence people, winning friends, kill himself?
He actually killed himself.
It's believed he did, because he had 2 failed marriages.
Mm-hmm.
They say the second one wasn't failed. She was with him till he died, but
Right.
it's controversial.
Yeah.
And of his double standards of life outside of what he preached. So you know, he'd go to sermons and stuff, and he'd preach, not sermons, sorry. You know where you go and like you speak at universities and stuff,
Oh yeah, like lecturing.
lecture, something like
Lectures,
that. Yeah.
talks, yeah.
And he was very double standard outside of it. Yeah.
So he wasn't. So he basically preached. What did he preach mainly?
He just preached being good to people, smiling, being
And
able
he
to
did
make
the
friends.
exact
The
opposite.
basic-
And he did
yeah.
the exact opposite.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people believe that he didn't. He killed himself actually, and his company, they said he died of lymphonia or something like that, lymphony or whatever it is.
But there's a big conspiracy theory.
There's a big
behind
conspiracy theory
Yeah.
because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But like, and they wanted to save money because the book was doing so well. They wanted to save money, so they did this to sort of like keep the book sales going.
it. Right.
Maybe he didn't commit suicide. Yeah.
Maybe
he
they
did.
killed him.
Maybe they killed him. But I just want to tell you that sometimes in life, the same person that tells you to do something, gives you advice, is that same person that
That
He's
doesn't
lying to
follow
himself.
exactly. Yeah.
But you don't need to worry about that. You just need to worry about what?
Yourself.
Yourself and the words that are coming to you as a form of wisdom.
Wow.
And that's why, bro. Like you're one of the people in the community that I think can make a massive difference to our community.
Listen,
based
I
on
want
the
to help
fact that
the
you're true
community.
to yourself and you're true to everyone.
I want to help the community, but listen, I know as a fact for myself, like there's just so many things I'd like to work on, like things I do that I don't like.
That
Not-
just
not
shows
like-
how
not
humble
like-
you are. Like he's
Not bad things, like not drugs or anything.
No.
But like stuff, for example, you know, like arrogance. You know, sometimes when I'm in an argument with some friends and stuff, like I tend to.
we all have that part. Like
We all have that
it
part.
gets the best of us, bro.
It gets the best of us, but you can learn to just accept when you're wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's true, but sometimes, bro, that
It takes a
arrogant-
bigger person to
that
like
mentality just
That mentality to
you get stubborn. You're like
to criticize yourself.
exactly.
Is hard.
It's hard.
100%.
Like Confucius, the Greek philosopher said, "Don't complain about the snow on the roof when the snow on your doorstep." Something like that.
That's true. Don't throw stones that when you live in a glass house or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
exactly,
Something like
yeah,
that. You know what I mean? Like, worry about yourself before you worry about others. And I think to close this, I think that what you're doing for us should be done to other people in the community. And I think other people should, seek people like Ahmed and people like Jaden and go and ask them, like, if you're struggling and sitting there, and I see a lot of comments on your videos, I want to train, I don't want to train. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk.
About that. Me and Jaden.
Yeah.
So one of the things, remember I told you about the TikTok basketball event?
Yeah.
So
By the way, I'm still up for that.
yeah, I'm gonna,
still
I'm
gotta
gonna
do
I'm
it.
get
keen
down.
for that.
We still gotta do it.
We're gonna
Even like indoor soccer or something like that.
Indoor
we can
Yeah,
do
you
that,
have to be over 6'6" though.
Well,
Anyway,
over 5'6".
yeah, why'd you do that in the video? What the
5'7".
frick?
5'7".
I was like,
You said it like twice.
Yeah, I'm like, what the? Why did you do that
I don't
for?
know, man. I was just, by the way, he's not 5'7". He's 5'5".
5.5. I'm joking. No. What's it called?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, we're gonna do the TikTok
Boxing,
basketball event.
basketball thing.
Yeah, and we want to do like once a week on a Saturday. We're gonna do like a really cheap, like $10 session. where
Yeah.
we're gonna go to like Flinders Slopes, something like that.
Yeah,
Get like a massive, anyone that wants to join can just join, and you come down thing. But I'm just gonna let people know from now, like when you guys rock up, if I tell you guys 10 push-ups, I expect 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
Nothing less,
100%.
nothing more. If you're not gonna do
If
that,
you're late-
just from now, don't bother coming. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No harsh feelings. But if you're gonna come around to muck around and stuff like that, it's not.
Yeah,
for you.
and
Gotta
there's
go
a
there
lot,
for the
I feel
right
like there's a
reason.
lot of people like we take it, right? Me, him, Heady, Sam. Well, like we have some stubbornness, but we take it. Like we've never told you like, nah, we don't want to do it. We say like, oh, I can't be bothered, but we eventually do it. But there is some people that are hard.
Yeah, I just leave them because I just walk off.
So you just walk off.
I
That's
just walk
it.
off. I don't care.
There's no, and that's what I love about you. Like there's no bullshit. It's not like
Because at the end of the day, you
Go
don't
home.
you don't
That's
have
it.
to be there. It's just
you don't have to be
Yeah.
there. You have
you
chosen
chose to be there. Exactly.
exactly.
You gotta.
You
Yeah.
bring yourself there, yeah? You leaving shows you're a quitter. To yourself. No one else. No one's gonna care.
If-
This is what I told. That's what I
Yeah.
told everyone, man. No one cares.
No one
Sam the
cares.
other day.
You always say that to me. No one cares.
He was on the air
No one
bike and he's
cares.
going. It's like it hurts. It hurts. I tapped Sam. I'm like, Sam, stop. Look at me.
No
I'm
one
like, No one
cares.
cares, Sam.
No one cares.
I literally don't care if it hurts. If you want to see the results, you gotta put the effort.
You always do that to me. Like I'd be dying in a set, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
And
this guy does
you
it a
come- you
lot.
just-
He does his half rep shit. Why did you do the
No
half
one cares.
Hey, you weren't doing the half reps on the first week of training. You did that like week 3, week 4.
I done it. I think towards the middle.
Just admit
because
you're
then
training him always garage jabbing you in the ass too.
Nah, bro, come on, no. Look, listen. I to be honest, I have a mate that I always used to tease for doing half reps, and I think it caught on to me. And I was a hypocrite
become
'cause
that
I never
guy.
trained.
Subhanallah.
You're
You
not
know,
that guy, pal.
I was like, all right, I don't do half reps, and then
It's like the Arabic saying, "Kama to deen to dan."
that's it.
Exactly.
You can't, as we said, you can't throw stones when you have you
Have
live in
a
an ice house, whatever.
Glass jaw, what?
A glass house, whatever.
You have a glass door
a glass jaw.
Susceptible glass jaw, yeah.
No,
or a glass body,
Glass
as
body.
we saw in the vlog
Oh yeah, body shot.
when you got
Are you
dropped.
still feeling that body shot?
Totally pissing blood, mate.
Yeah, for the last 16 hours.
Bloody
That was
hell.
bad.
Reckless.
Nah, bro, that was honestly thanks for coming on, bro. Like
No, it was a pleasure, boys.
this was probably I'm not just saying this. 'cause
I
you're
want
here.
to ask one more question though.
Yeah.
Seeing that you're a boxing fan and you do boxing,
Oh yeah, we got this as the last.
I really want to know, right? Who, in your opinion, is the greatest boxer of all time?
think carefully.
Muhammad Ali, nah.
That would be the Arab answer. Muhammad Ali.
It's
Mike Tyson.
It's a standard.
I
Mike
mean,
Tyson.
look,
I want
listen.
something interesting, not
Okay, listen.
and reasoning. I want reasoning.
Okay, I'll give you reasoning. Yeah. It's not Floyd Mayweather.
Oh,
I'll make that clear.
okay, all right.
I'm gonna make that
Why
clear.
not?
Okay, it's not Floyd Mayweather because the guy is sort of fought like he's like a prize money fighter type of fighter. Like yeah, he fought the best of the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
he fought the best of the best. Yeah, he did.
For Canelo.
You know what I mean? He fought Canelo. But like, I think there's people that listen. Why do a lot of people, even boxing pundits, regard Muhammad Ali? He's not. I didn't say he's the GOAT yet, but why do they regard him as the GOAT?
Because of
Because
what
he
he did
said
outside the sport.
No, what he was doing at the heavyweight division.
At the heavyweight
The
division.
hardest
Anthony-
division, yeah.
Anthony,
yeah.
Anthony Joshua said himself, yeah. He said, sometimes I try to do what Ali did around the ring. I can't go more than 3 rounds. And I can guarantee we haven't seen anyone that goes around. Even Tyson Fury is regarded as the closest thing to Muhammad Ali so far.
The way he moves, bro. Tyson Fury.
But
like
he
that-
doesn't bounce around.
He doesn't bounce around, but the way he like
Some of the things he does, yeah, they're similar.
crazy. Being that height, 6'9".
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
that big.
but a lot of people also don't know like some fighters that deserve the proper recognition. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't mention him a lot.
What's his name? That Mexican. The
Roberto
Mexican-
Duran.
No, he's Hands of Stone. He's
Hands
good.
of Stone. He's
But
good
not
as
him.
well.
There's one more. He's very good, but I don't really like. I don't.
Oh,
say he's-
Julio
Yeah,
Chavez.
Julio Chavez, because I don't say he's in the GOAT status because he's like fought, like for example, like plumbers. He fought anyone.
Yeah, he just fought.
He has a lot of wins, but he doesn't have
Mike
much title
Tyson had the
defenses.
potential to become the GOAT, but the issue with Mike Tyson is that when he was in his prime, he went to jail, and then when he came out, he was just a brawler. And when he got against the top competition, he lost.
Yeah, like Lennox Lewis and
Prime Tyson could have made it into
World
the GOAT
heavyweight,
discussion.
the youngest heavyweight champion at 20 years old.
He was potentially GOAT.
Yeah.
He was potentially
for
GOAT.
sure, for sure.
So if I had to say, GOAT status would have to go to my top 3, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Top 3 would have to be Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, and Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'll tell you something, Canelo, I think, is so far like a 3-division champion.
Yeah,
Right? Floyd Mayweather was what, a 2-division champion, 3-division?
something like that.
Or something like that.
let me see.
Manny Pacquiao was a 10-division champion. 10 division
That's a
champion.
good point. That's a good point.
That is
That
that's,
is a
that's
very
not a
good
good point. That's astronomical.
That's astronomical.
Yeah.
But he couldn't beat Floyd Mayweather. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
yeah, exactly.
listen,
He couldn't
listen,
beat
I
Floyd
mean,
Mayweather.
there's a lot of arguments, right?
No. I'll put Floyd Mayweather at like 4th, 5th.
Yeah. I mean, 4th Mayweather, 5th
He went from
Canelo.
Super,
Alright.
super feather to light middle.
That's
Floyd
crazy.
Mayweather.
That was Mayweather. So how many?
I don't know how much weight. So
How many weight divisions?
I'm not too sure about the weight classes in boxing.
Yeah,
to be honest,
Yeah,
I don't.
there's just too many.
UFC,
There's just
I know.
too many.
UFC, I know,
Too
like
many.
easily, but yeah.
Listen,
So
it's too
that-
much
Canelo-
super. This and that.
If Canelo keeps going the way he's going, he's gonna be a GOAT. But the
Mm.
fact that he got beaten by Floyd will just always be there.
Yeah,
Floyd will always
that's
be in the
true.
discussion. But the issue with Floyd is that, like, listen, to be the GOAT, you need to be the GOAT in and outside of the ring, not just in the
That's
ring.
true.
Okay?
100%.
You can't be the GOAT in the ring and then outside the ring, you're like
But Mayweather, are you talking about Mayweather?
anyone in general, cuz.
Mayweather was like his dedication, bro. Dedication, hard work.
Dedication.
His dedication is crazy, bro.
It
Like,
was.
Longe-
yeah.
Imagine
longevity
having that
as
much
well.
money. Imagine having that much money and keeping that same dedication. Look
Yeah,
what happened to McGregor.
Yeah.
Look what happened to McGregor.
Hey, you know something on the same topic, yeah? The fight with Khabib and Conor,
Yeah.
the Conor fans just tripped me out. Like, they're angry at Khabib for what? Like, Khabib sat there in the press conference,
Yeah.
let Conor say whatever,
Yeah.
and then he just romped him in the ring.
What I still don't
When you
understand the issue
disrespect
with
someone's
that.
religion,
Like
someone's
before the
family,
fight,
someone's
if you
father.
can do all that before a fight, where does the issue come from when you do it after the fight?
Exactly. The fact that he jumped the cage,
like
bro.
Listen, I think he should have, because the way he portrays himself, the way Khabib displays his character, he should have held back. But after after calling like his wife a towel,
yeah,
yeah,
bro. He
stuff
went
like that.
really.
Bro, he
He's not
still
surprised.
tweets about
it's no surprise
He
Drake
still
was
tweets
shitting
about
his
his father
pants.
till now, and his
him.
father's
that Drake photo. Have you seen?
yeah, the Drake.
I gotta pull that shit.
No, there's a lot of things like that. As you said, like being a GOAT needs to be
In and out.
in and out of
of the
ring,
sport.
in and out of the sport.
Yeah.
But as well, that doesn't always like in terms of if you want popularity. I don't know what you're talking about. Like there will never like be another Conor McGregor, probably.
Yeah, probably.
You know?
But listen, who do you rather to go in boxing? Go.
For me, it's got to be Muhammad Ali. I think a GOAT is
I think Mayweather.
Whoever you
I don't
think
know.
is the
I
GOAT.
just think Mayweather. I just think Mayweather's dedication.
For me, it's just Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson.
yeah.
Just two good characters in and out of the ring, always putting on like a boxing.
Yeah, Muhammad
mustache.
Ali out of the ring, bro.
Roy
like-
Jones Jr. was an absolute like legend,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
so
He's a killer.
underrated.
yeah, for sure.
100%.
But Muhammad Ali, like even when Mike Tyson talks about him, if you notice, he always gets emotional and he always cries because he's like, no one actually died for the sport.
Yeah.
100%.
Muhammad Ali actually died for the sport. Like,
Bro, he fought with Parkinson's.
bro, he fought, bro, Joe Frazier. He fought the people like the hardest, like
That's
Foreman.
why he's
They're the
GOAT.
hardest hitters,
Listen,
bro.
The thing with
And
Mayweather,
you won't get him to quit.
did you know you're a Mayweather fan, yeah? So you should know that Mayweather was his own promoter.
Yeah, yeah.
So he
yeah.
organized his fights.
Mayweather
Yeah,
Promotions.
he
Yeah,
picked and choose.
He
Like,
picked and choose. So
yeah.
when he fought, who he fought as a defensive fighter, that's very good for you. But Muhammad Ali just fought whatever was in front of him, whenever, however, whatever.
that's true. But as well, being hit, like hitting and
But
not
for
being
him-
hit is a big thing in boxing. And
Longe-
Mayweather
you have to look at
mastered that sport.
longevity
I
as
know
well.
longevity.
Longevity.
You have to look at
Also,
that.
you have to look at the fact that what division were they doing it? Like the fact Muhammad Ali was doing what he was doing in the heavyweight
In the
division.
heavyweight division.
I think
One
that
of the
hardest
like,
hitters.
Deontay Wilder, what did he famously say once? You got to be 12. You have to be
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
for
yeah.
12 rounds. I have to be perfect for one punch.
For one punch.
So
100%.
Muhammad Ali was doing that in a ring with people. George Foreman was bending bads. Joe Frazier was crushing
Bro,
skulls.
That
Bro,
was the biggest
people-
one.
people-
When he
bro.
beat George Foreman, like when he
People don't
was saying, when
understand,
people
man.
were underestimating him, like George Foreman was knocking people out, fucking left, right, center.
I still think, yeah.
No one had gone past, I think, the third round.
Yeah,
of George
yeah.
Foreman.
George Foreman was a killer.
He's
And,
an animal,
Third
yeah.
round was the
and
max.
then have you seen when he goes, "Is that all you got, George?"
Yeah.
And he's like, he's hitting him with these body shots that are fucking.
People don't understand, bro.
That
the
are not normal.
competition.
I was saying, Jaden, you know what I was saying, Jaden? It's weird how George was bending the bag.
Yeah, he was
then when
bending the
And then when
bag,
he was punching Ali, he was just like,
and he's taking those punches,
Yeah,
bro.
it was
What kind of
crazy,
conditioning
like-
do you need to
crazy.
take
that
those
to
sort of
me
punches?
makes you the GOAT.
100%.
yeah, it does.
So
yeah.
there you've heard it first on the Lebbie podcast. The GOAT, Muhammad Ali.
Oh, wait, bro, I forgot to say.
What?
If they purchase a bead kit,
Oh yeah.
if they purchase a bead kit, okay, they can use the
Rooming
Lebbie
Lab
at
code,
discount-
guys.
They can use the Lebbie for a discount code.
Oh seriously?
Yeah, Lebbie.
Oh, we'll put it up.
There
We'll
you
put
go.
it up,
The
guys.
Lebbie. The Lebbie.
The Lebbie discount code. I don't know what it's gonna be. What is it?
Huh?
We just said it now.
Hey, bro, can I check my phone real quick?
You gotta check
I'm gonna check my phone. Wait. I don't know if it's the
As
Lebbie-
he's checking his phone. So guys, this is honestly a mad beat kit. Like I'm
you
not
get
just
a lot of
telling you
stuff in it,
this.
honestly.
You get a lot of stuff. I've never seen a beard groomer that actually combs your beard like this. Like I've seen
Oh,
it.
Lebbie.
Just Lebbie.
Lebbie.
So just go to the checkout at Grooming Lab Co. Lebbie for a discount,
10%.
10% off, guys. Limited time only.
Limited time only, lads.
You know. So yeah, check it out. And bro, thanks so much for coming on.
What's
It was an honor.
Hey, bro, it was an absolute pleasure, man. Wallah, it's actually amazing.
We've always wanted, and we probably need a part
I've never
two
seen
with Jaden.
100%.
Yeah, I've never seen the philosophical side of Ahmed.
No, it was good.
I saw
think
it. I
that
saw it
last
today.
we
Sometimes
got
in
it
life
out
you
of-
just can't understand. Some things you just you understand.
Hey, you got a good Khabib impression.
No, but
I'm
it's
not
not
gonna lie.
like that.
You punk ass white boy.
I don't understand what boxing is. I studied the great Alexander, the whole thing.
Hey, that's not bad. Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad.
'Cause I'm just at war
Why
with
didn't you
myself.
say this at the start? We could have had a full.
Oh, let's do it now then.
have a
Oh, you
full
know what? We
segment.
can clip this and put it.
Why did you introduce me again and then just
Alright.
I'll be like,
Hey guys, please
And then
keep
you
me
should
on.
have just started like that.
Guys, we have Mike Tyson on.
We're
today.
Mike Tyson.
I'm just a ferocious killer.
No, we know you're convicted. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Alright. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching so much.
Final.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Final.
Share
Broke
whether
my
you're
back.
watching us on Spotify, YouTube.
final.
What else?
Come over here, you punk ass white
YouTube
boy.
and Spotify.
Don't you guys have?
Subscribe.
I'm done now.
Alright, boys. He's leaving. Yalla, take it easy. Bye.